What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to the Trader Shop with me, T. Hobbs. And of course, I got my man Jay Seals in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, everybody?
Today is Wednesday. It's get over the mother loving hump day. And boy, did the market get over the hump. We were in consolidation since about Friday. Friday broke multiple highs, and we talked about this in the top-down analysis. We broke multiple highs, so it wouldn't surprise me if we consolidated prior to further expansion. The consolidation lasted about 2 days. We stayed in a nice, beautiful range Monday and Tuesday. And then as soon as the market opened last night, it was go time. Shout out to Pip. I think he was in longs at 18,700 on the NASDAQ. And I think he killed that thing. There was no reason to truly sell. Like, he still doesn't have a reason to sell if he's still in those things. But definitely looking forward to a killer day in the markets today. It was a really great day for myself, for Justin, for the whole Discord family. I think, just the last month, the growth of the Discord, not just in numbers, but the growth of the Discord, just like in, I would say, maturity growth, right? Like not worried about P&Ls. Like, are people having good days? Yeah. Like that's a progress. That's a step in the right direction, but it's just reflection of the progress that you're making in your maturity as a trader. So I'm very, very excited to continue this journey. I'm really glad that we did this. I was totally against going live on YouTube, but I'm honestly really glad we did it. So just a little bit of a reflection moment this morning. But now that we got all that bullshit out of the way, let's go right into housekeeping, which means I got to do my advertising, guys. So listen, if you want to support the channel, there's 3 ways you can support the channel. The first way, tip the motherfucking barbers, aka hit the like and subscribe button, turn the notification bells on so you get notified every time we go live and or put out a video. Number 2, go watch the damn videos. The top-down analysis is absolutely outstanding, and I make it, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy about it because it just don't miss, right? Just all you gotta do is watch top-down analysis and be like, I wonder, is he looking to go long this month or this week? And the answer is probably yes. Anyway, watch those videos. Justin's videos are doing really well in the YouTube algorithm, so you don't want to miss that education. It's good education, and it takes time to do those. Make sure you like and subscribe. But number 3, in the description of not only those videos, but rolling across the stream right now, you have your Apex code. But in every video Justin does, he drops a code for Top Step. He drops a code for Take Profit, My Funded Futures, Apex, and all of the prop firms that you're already using. You're already paying them money. We're just saying, hey, if you want to help out the channel, you can pay them money. Just use our code. It don't cost you nothing extra, but we get a little kickback so I can get a new damn camera and keep my do-rags looking fresh. That being said, let's get right into the pre-market plan. Justin, before I say anything, I didn't even let you speak. How was your day of trading yesterday? Anything you want to share with the fam before we go into the pre-market plan?
Yeah, my day was okay. I caught some longs. Definitely salvaged my account yesterday, that's for sure. But definitely missed out on holding the long. So today I'm just gonna be focusing on. It's not even really about the money, but I'm gonna be focusing on taking, just quality setups, waiting for my areas to hit and confirming with order flow. But yeah, yesterday was a pretty good day. Yeah, we gotta keep Hobbs do-rag shining, because if they ain't blinding, then they ain't real. So.
It's just my light. My light needs a softbox, and I probably need to adjust it, but I'm just too lazy to freaking move it. So it makes me look super shiny.
Yeah, we can barely even look at your camera because it's just all we see is a do-rag shining.
Whatever. Anyway, guys, first and foremost, we always like to start with the pre-market plan, guys. If you don't have a plan, the market will make one for you. That's one of my famous sayings that I like to say. Like, if you don't have a plan, the market will make one for you, and you probably won't like it. So let's jump into ES first, because again, I prioritize the thing that I'm going to trade, not being selfish, but I make the damn plan for me, right? I just share it with y'all. Okay. All right. So macro on the pre-market plan, the current conditions, just like we just talked about, expansion. We're in the mark-up phase. Okay. If you know anything about the phases of the market, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So bullish, anything above 52.62 is going to be bullish character, right? It actually goes much lower than that. It goes back to Friday's low, which I thought was going to be the low of the week, right? And it ended up being, I mean, Monday was a little weak, obviously, but still, Friday was crazy. The candle on Friday was crazy. So the market broke out of the consolidation and we had over the last 3 days. And as expected, we are bullish again. I will look for pullbacks to take the market long, and only big capital letters on only Discord fam. Notice how 850, that resting liquidity is being increased. It's almost doubled. So from 40 to 850, 45 is 50% of the 4-hour range that we were talking about this morning. So watch to see what happens in this area after we swallow this poison pill. Sorry, YouTube family, but Discord comes first. Look to short higher time frame supply zones, okay? On the 90-minute on ES, 5306 through 5300 is where I'm looking to, or 5302 is where I'm looking for buyers to defend. I would like to see the market come back down here. There's settlement price down here. There's multiple reasons to be bullish down here, but the way that we're taking off right now, I'm not sure if we even get that pullback, but it is what it is. This is what I got. So I'm looking to target back into 5326 through 5338. To the bearish side, 2 simple plans is what I got right now. I'm looking to see what the market does inside of this supply zone. We are in extreme premium right now. There's a lot of liquidity that's resting at above price right now. So it's making me really, really bearish up in this area. I know the market's bullish, but we're at a premium. I'm not looking to long the market up here. I'm looking to play the market back down and then long the market back up. So 5326 through 5338.75, I want to look to target 90-minute demand at 5306 to 5302. Quick, easy, very, very simple in regards to ES. On NQ, it's just as easy, or as far as the analyst is, the execution is never easy. It's a skill, so it's not going to be easy. But I have the same similar plan. The current conditions are the exact same: expansion or markup phase. We're bullish above 683.50. We're bearish below 878.25. And the macro, just see the ES plan is what I tell the Discord. All right. So in regards to areas where I'm looking to trade, there's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 1-hour fair value gap between 740 and 765. So we can look to trade the market down to this area. But now, as the market is still continuing to rally, we just recently created a new 1-hour demand zone right here that I would definitely be interested in price if it came back to this area as well, right? So 787 through roughly about 764, we're creating yet another fair value gap between 822 and 798. So some of these gaps are going to get filled. It's just a matter of how and when, all right? Bullish. I'm looking for buyers to defend 1-hour demand at 18,714 through 18,684. And we can look to long the market targeting the 4-hour supply at 810 through 879.75. Bearish, I'm looking to short weak rallies into this 4-hour supply at 810.75 through 878.75. And I want to look to target first this 1-hour demand. I didn't write that, but I'm going to edit that and say 787 would be my first target. True day would be my second target at 758. And then my final target would be 740 through roughly about 705. All right. So that's what I got on the plan today, just to support that thesis. The volatility index is, it just deflated. I don't know what else to say. Like, we tried to tap into 1468. I told you the market is allergic to going over 14, right? So every time we come up here and we double top, like, it makes me more bullish. And yet again, we're right back down to that 1-hour demand or 4-hour demand zone that we're basically just continuing to range into. And I tell you, the longer we range down here, right, the more bearish we will be whenever we finally break out, right? So when all of these buyers that have been buying in this range start to close their positions, we're going to rally, and it's going to be ridiculous to the downside. All right. So other things to support my thesis, if we're looking at Apple rallying, we look at NVIDIA, new all-time high. Again, I feel like we say this every day. After breaking its all-time high from yesterday, it rallied another $50, $30 in the pre-market. It's almost pushing toward $1,200. Apple is pushing toward an all-time high. An update on NVIDIA's market cap, it officially passed Apple this morning as the second largest holding in the S&P 500. So yet another bullish thing that's happening, but Apple's steadily catching up. Apple only has $4 left before it hits all-time high, heading into that $200 mark. Microsoft came back from the dead, rallying back above previous day high. It bounced off 4-hour demand yesterday, 2 days ago, and it's been rallying ever since, up $10 since Monday. Google is continuing to rally above previous day high. Amazon is above previous day high. Meta, and of course, Tesla's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. So those are the things that support my thesis. I hope that helps you guys out. Justin, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the market as well, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we basically have the same, close to the same levels and like close to the same thesis on the day. Like, I think we're both looking at basically the same supply zone. And I mean, to be honest, like again, I think the market is bullish, and because the market is so bullish, I just think it's going to give us an opportunity to be bearish. Like so far, for the most part, I mean, every single supply zone has caused some sort of pretty strong reaction back to the downside. It just hasn't been for a long time, right? It almost feels like supply zones and demand zones are both working right now, where it's like on the first tap of a retest of a supply zone, it hits, we settle down, we find demand, and we pop right back up, and then we slice through said supply, right? So that's why it's almost like both sides are working really, really well, which is why I'm more bearish up here. And I mean, we were talking about this yesterday in the Discord, and I'll just quickly show you guys. It doesn't matter if you're trading ES or NQ. This has remained true the past few days, right? I don't know if this trend is going to continue, but since Friday, every day has been a sell-off in the morning, and in the afternoon a rally. We sell off in the morning, afternoon rally. Sell off in the morning, afternoon rally, right? So and every single time we've sold off, we've always sold off in a supply zone, right? So I don't like saying I don't like necessarily identifying patterns to say, well, this is going to happen every single time, because that's not true. However, I think there's another good possibility today, just following the same system that we've been doing the past few days. We're in supply. There's a good possibility we sell off in the morning, and then we find some type of demand during the day, and then we rally because we are in an uptrend and we are making higher highs and higher lows, right? This high that got put in, we made this low, and the market never went any lower. We put in a higher low, and we continued up higher, right? So just based off of that, we are bullish, but overnight again, we've been bullish, and now we're at higher prices. So I kind of expect a pullback, right? And a larger pullback, since we are in higher time frame supply, and then a nice healthy rally back to the upside, potentially breaking all of it, right? Or at least getting back up to close to price, right? Until the overnight session continues to push us up. And that's honestly been really giving, right? Like a lot of times we've been seeing like really shitty price action in New York, but the past 3 days, trading days anyway, the price action in New York has been really, really good as far as movement goes, right? Like maybe a little bit choppy in the morning before we sell off, but eventually we sell off, and then we have a nice rally back to the upside. So that's kind of what I'm expecting today. But obviously, I want to confirm all of that. I don't want to just jump in and just say like this is going to happen because it's been happening, right? But lately that has been the pattern. So
yeah, no doubt. Like for me, it's all about being patient, understanding where I want to trade, what I want to do, and then just allowing the trades to set themselves up for how I want to execute them, right? Like for me, the last couple of days have been really good days, but there's little things that I can clean up, right? Which is just, it's par for the course, right? You're never going to be perfect, but you always want to work, whether you win or lose, you always want to work to be more efficient. Right. And that's kind of what I'm working on today. Is like I know I can pinpoint where the market wants to go, what the market wants to do. The question is, how can I look to trade it more efficiently so that I'm, getting the best trades executions possible. Right. So that's kind of what I'm working on today as well. Like it's just all about growth every single day. And that's kind of what the Discord is about. If you guys are interested, like I said, $40 a month, $15 a week. So, but yeah, man, we got 14 minutes before the market opens. Justin, you want to knock out these comments? I'm over here charting Top Step X.
Yeah, Trading Ogre on the business this morning. Shout out to the Discord and shop. Getting stronger as a trader daily. That's what I call success. OMG, that was funny. Maybe talking about Hobbs' shiny ass do rag.
No, she's talking about make a plan or the market will make one for you.
Oh, she said it at 9:06. I'm pretty sure that was before you said that. But anyway, let my ass off. The market will make a plan. Oh, I guess you're right. It will make a plan. If you don't have one, you don't got one. Wait, if you don't, you don't got one. Okay. Oh, my reading comprehension. It's too early in the morning for y'all to be saying crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning for y'all to be texting English. Justin don't really,
yes,
don't really speak English in the morning.
I haven't had my morning energy drink enough yet.
Like, what are you talking? Is this English? What is this?
I think what threw me off. If you don't got one. That part right there threw me off. The you don't part was just like you don't. What's up, iBomb? Good morning. Good morning to Crucial. Good morning, Micaiah. Good morning, John. Micaiah says I like shorts at 18,875. That's the body of the double top of the weekly for NQ. There's also a daily trend line there. Supply zone at 850 to 866. I think it probably sweeps that. I don't know. Yeah, you got a lot of confluences up there, so yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean we're talking about the same area. I got it. My supply zone just goes all the way up to 880. The center of the supply zone is basically 846. So 75 could be in play. Just reading the tape though, they placed 140 sell orders from 850 down. Whenever I see that resting liquidity like that, I'm definitely looking to short the market up there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
just gonna wait and see. We've already changed character on the 1 minute.
What's up, Jonah?
We're just oh shit, it's Jonah. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah,
Hobbs.
Yeah, I knew he was
Hobbs.
I knew he was gonna shut up. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, Justin? Hobbs.
What's up? Good morning, Bray.
He was like, I know you didn't just tell me not to download this shit, and now you already trading on it in the same day. I said, bro, I ain't shit, man. What do you want me to say? I ain't shit. Shout out to Top Step X, man. Their new platform, the mobile version is really nice. I like to trade gold, but sometimes like I'm really comfortable in my bed. And I told myself I wasn't going to download the mobile because I didn't trust myself not to trade. But I'm okay trading gold during Tokyo, and I have an account specifically for that. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Like, I don't feel like getting up. I know I already have a plan for gold. We're at my level. Let me just log in and see what happens. It is really smooth, though. Like, you can't even see my face. It's really smooth. The login process, you just go to topstepx.com. You put your username and password in just like you would over here, and you can save it to your desktop. They dropped a short this morning where you can just save the icon to your desktop and open it just like any other icon. So go check out their Twitter page. But it's really nice. Like I was telling the Discord, everything that you can do on the desktop, you can do right from your phone, right? Like you can change accounts, you can follow accounts, you can lead accounts, you can set up there's nothing that you can't do on the desktop that you can't do on the mobile version. So if you guys haven't checked out the mobile version, I checked it out last night. Took a pretty dope gold trade. Hit profit target this morning. I posted that trade on my Twitter page. So if you guys want to check out how it looks, that's how it looks. So but go ahead, Jen.
Micaiah says Nvidia stock split is next Monday. So when you look at current price divide by 10 at the moment, it'd be 116 per share a week from now. Is that bullish? Probably makes me sad, but probably. Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be interesting with Nvidia because a lot of the times with like stock splits that I've seen, once the stock splits like the first day, it'll rally, and then after that, people will dump it, right? Because they're getting it for a really cheap price or what they think is a cheap price.
$60, right?
But yeah, yeah, but with Nvidia, like I honestly don't know if that's gonna be the case. Like I just think Nvidia, the hype around Nvidia is just different. So
it's real.
Like.
It's real.
I don't know it. Like when Nvidia stock splits to 116, a lot of people are going to look at that as a deal because they've been paying, $1,100 and they're outpriced pretty much everybody. Like the normal working man ain't paying $1,100 for one stock. So I don't know. I think Nvidia might actually be the one to just take off because 116 is really cheap for shares. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but it's kind of
You
hard to
gotta
tell.
think
It could be
they're
a buy the rumor, sell the news event as well. You got to think about that too. But we'll see.
you got to think why they're continuing to run it up, right? Like the last person that buys is the one that's getting the worst deal. But everybody that bought when they heard the stock split, they were buying at 800, 900 bucks, right? So the higher it goes, when it splits, you're going to get more shares, right? So the more people buy, the more shares the people that got in at 200 are going to get, right? Like, so I don't know, man. I think Nvidia is aiming to be the number one stock in the S&P and the NASDAQ this year. I mean, they're not far from it. Like, I mean, at 1,200, what are they at right now? At 1,200, I think their market cap's damn near at 3 trillion. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, their market cap's 2.86 trillion right now. The largest stock of the Mag 7 is Microsoft at 3.09 trillion. And they probably gained $2 trillion like this year. So, and this is June. So, I mean, at least 1.5, if not 2. They definitely gained at least 1.5 trillion. So they're on the way to doing some historical shit right now. Like, that's why I say, like, this is either a bubble or it's a complete shift of the market as we know it, right? Like, the market has never seen this before. Like, ask anybody that's been trading the NASDAQ or the S&P 500 their entire life. They've never seen a stock go from 500 billion or 300 billion market cap to 2.86 trillion in less than 2 years. Nvidia's up almost 200% this year. That shit don't happen. So we're seeing some historical shit. I just don't know what that will mean when the market starts to cool down. So
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't think it's necessarily I don't think it's a bubble though, right? Because like that would mean that like all the other stocks would be going somewhat similarly crazy. But I mean, if you look at them, there's no other stock that's up more than 100% other than Nvidia on the year, and that is like, you know, the bigger stocks, right? Like,
I think it's a bubble because all of the stocks hit all-time highs. If they didn't hit all-time highs, they're very close to all-time highs. This is definitely a bubble. It's a bubble because the way you define a bubble is if the rest of the stock market is following. The Mag 7 is the reason why the stock market is even bullish. For a while there, the Russell was like in bearish territory, right? The only things that have been moving is the Mag 7. That's what makes it a bubble, right? Like everything else is now starting to move with the rest of the market. But for a while, the Mag 7 was the only reason why we were up here. So that's why people think it's more of a bubble, because there's also no fundamental reason economically that we should be up this high. The only reason why we're this high is because of the word AI. So that's what makes it a bubble, because if AI doesn't produce soon something tangible, right, then what are we paying these high prices for, right? It's just like the dot-com bubble, right? Like the dot-com bubble was warranted because, I mean, look at Google now. Like it was warranted, but there were so many other stocks around the dot-com bubble that were just super inflated just because of internet. Now we have AI, right? Like that's the new thing is like, okay, well, internet was dope, but what happens when your internet starts thinking for you, right? That's the bubble. So
yeah, but I guess just to counter that point with AI, well, at least Nvidia is a chip maker, right? Like, and obviously they're going to be leading the way in chips, but we don't see too many other like fraudulent AI companies like coming and going, right? Like, and the thing is like it's not because you think about it, like Google, it's Google, probably Apple at some point, but Google, Microsoft, Apple are all within AI because they're tech, right? They're going to be creating AI, right? And actually X as well. Whenever exercise come back, they've got AI too. But then your chip manufacturer, pretty much we only really got two, well, three. There's I believe Microsoft makes their own chips, Nvidia makes chips, and then AMD makes chips, right? So I think that for a company, I think it's a little bit more solid. And I think that AI is a bit more solid. Obviously, there's still kinks, but it's always getting better. But I think AI is a little bit more solid, and I think this bubble isn't. I think this bubble is going to be a lot harder to pop, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like if it is gonna burst, it's gonna take something massive for it to burst, especially because the US is literally putting money into these chip makers' pockets with the US chip bill, right? So like that was another big thing that really sent the Nvidia, was the fact that the US government basically was like, get out of China and we're gonna give you a ton of money. They got out of China and they gave them a ton of money. So, I don't know. There's a lot of factors in there, but we'll see.
I would say every bubble burst. That's why it's called a bubble. So this bubble's going to burst like every other bubble. It's going to burst. The market's not going to continue to go up and up and up. It's going to go high. It's going to continue to go high, but at some point it's going to burst. And it's not because Nvidia is a bad company. It's just not a company that's worth $3 trillion in a year, right? Like they have to produce something other than the chips. At some point they're going to miss on earnings. And I think that's what eventually will send the market back down. Nvidia is going to pull back. Like structurally, it's going to pull back. There's too many gaps in price that the market's going to find a reason to bring its ass back down. Trust me when I tell you that.
Yeah, I guess
we saw it. Remember when the market was pulling back? The couple 2-3 weeks it was pulling back. Nvidia fell $100 in a day, right? Like when they're ready to take profit, they're just going to dump the market. Like I used to think that like, oh no, man, this bubble, like this is different. Nah, it's the same shit. It's the same shit we always see. This is new because we've never seen it like this, right? But is it gonna stop? Yeah, it's gonna stop at some point. Some fear has to be put into this market at some point. I don't know where it's gonna come from, but it always comes. Always.
Yeah, I guess the question is how far does it fall? Because I guess for me, like a bubble bursting is like really, it could be really catastrophic. I don't see it being catastrophic. If it, like when we do come down, I think it's gonna be more of just like a retracement. But you are right. Probably the first thing that will happen is
a subjective term. I think catastrophic is subjective to the beholder, right? Like what do you deem as catastrophic is not going to be the same thing as I deem as catastrophic. A bubble bursting is a correction, right? By definition, a correction is a drop by 20%, right? When the market drops 20%, that's the correction. So whenever that happens, you'll know the market's corrected, right? The market's going to correct. It's inevitable. That's all I'm saying. I don't know necessarily that it's going to be catastrophic because again, that's subjective. What I do know, objectively speaking, when this market pulls back, it's going to pull back 20 to 30%, and it's going to be fast because as you know, the market sells much faster than it buys. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a 20%, 30% correction after all of this buying. Like, motherfucker's going to take profit. If nothing else, that right there, the fear of these motherfuckers being up so much since October, the fear of them actually taking profit is what's going to drop this market. Do you not remember us dropping 500 points in Tokyo? When this market is ready to go down, it's just going to go down. No, it's not going to ask for permission. It's just going to go down.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. Either way, we'll capitalize on it. So,
yeah, we'll be here for it. I'll be here for all the smoke, baby.
We're almost time for market open, and I definitely fell behind. But iBomb says some floor traders refer to that as the tale of two halves. Yeah, that makes sense. The market is opening up now. We're opening up in supply, and there was a ton of buying on the way up here. So, kind of see what happens. We got news in about 15 minutes, and then I think we have news 15 minutes after that. So, we got a couple of red folder news events we got to worry about here soon. But it's going to kind of let the market develop here. Good morning, Brian. Trading Yoga Girl says both. Valdez says that leather do-rag looks like it smells. It probably does. Sorry if you don't have a plan. The market will make one for you. Yep. LOL. Hashab. I don't know what that means, Trading Yoga Girl.
850, right on the dot. We got sellers to come into the market. Imagine that. NQ. Must be random.
But yeah, 9:45. Yep, those two news, 9:45 and 10. Yep, starting to sell down now.
Well. It's almost like I just said the market has been dumping at 650, 750, and 850 on the motherfucking nose. Random. Imagine that.
But what do you mean 8? Isn't it 8:30 for you?
No, the price, bro. Price.
Oh,
850 price.
850.
It's been dumping on the 850s all week. So 650 on Monday, 750 on Tuesday. Yeah, the algo this week is the 50s. Yeah, let's do it on the 50s, bro. Like, yeah, you cool with the 50s? Yeah, see if they figure this shit out. And when I saw that liquidity, I was like, watch 850. That's the dump to start everything. Like, that's the queen. This is the scalp, in my opinion. And then I want to see another push up. I'm just gonna play the macros. I'm looking for that. My plan is to wait for the 950 macro around 10 o'clock to look for a trade. I don't care what this market does until then. I'm just gonna wait. That's how I want to trade this morning.
That's me. Sandra says LOL. Shout out to Crisco on Hobbs Durag.
Well, I can't stand y'all. You know, I gotta fix my lights because y'all ain't gonna be riding me all morning.
Your lights are bright as hell. Like, like they're bright. I'm talking about like your room is illuminated. It's kind of crazy. Mr. Derry says, morning everyone. Quick question. Quick question. Do you guys trade CFDs as well as or just futures? Just futures. We don't trade Forex. I probably will. I won't say never, but no, we don't trade Forex.
Do I not look like I don't look like Jesus no more, right?
I mean, you're still shining.
Whatever. I'm just.
I think Nvidia is going to explode up to probably around 150 per share. Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think it's a bubble, no doubt in my mind. A stock market bubble is a type of economic bubble taking place in the stock markets when participants drive. Okay, you gave the whole shebang over here.
No, he did what you did. He went to Google.
Yeah, he 100% went to Google.
Did what you do.
The whole shebang right there. The bubble likely
they're just overvalued. They may be worth this much at some point, but they're not worth this much right now. Like, they're just not. That's the reality, in my opinion. So let's see.
It's like we're trying to balance here. Let's see what we do.
That's all I'm expecting.
The bubble will likely pop when rate cuts come in. Rate cuts mean loans are easier to get, so small caps can compete with Mag 7. When that happens, money will rotate out of Mag 7 into small caps. Out of Mag
7 into small caps. Ain't no maybe, bro. That's how the market works, bro.
Yeah, but the Mag 7 is elevated right now. Which means they should probably want to sell it. But
you ain't been in the market long enough, bro. Like, just go through a couple more cycles, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna happen.
Bubble pops when interest rates are raised. You are attempting to reduce the inflationary environment.
Yes. So when the interest rates go down, it's kind of like a buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Like, the market's anticipating interest rate cuts. So why would the market stay up here this high when the interest rates gets cut? Money's going to be cheaper. It's going to be easy to buy. So they're going to pull their money out of stocks, right? Rotate them into small caps. They get more value because the small caps have more room to grow. Plus, they're going to move money, the profits that they're making from the stock, they're going to move it to real estate, right? And other markets, because now they can get money cheaper, right? It's how economics flow. Economics don't flow off feelings. They flow off where the greatest value for their money is. And right now, the greatest value is continuing to buy the Mag 7, right? That's how they can guarantee their returns. These high dividend yields that they're getting from the stocks, right? Economically, this is how the market works. It's not a matter of opinion.
Looks like we're trying to balance here. Seen some buying coming in, but I want us to bounce. I want us to come back up.
Mr. Potts says $7,500 day still trailing. Let's get it, Potts. Let's get it. Desk traders with large portfolios sell into up moves. Yep. They're probably already started selling. I mean, they got some massive stops probably, but maybe they're not. I don't know how high we go. I'm not a person that's going to predict when the bubbles burst, but the bubble's gonna burst. That's not even a question, in my opinion. Like, that shit's coming down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nice little 40-point, 60-point move coming in on NQ, right at the center of that supply zone right there. Really like that setup. Really, really nice. If you took it at 850, great. Me, I'm gonna wait because I think we get somewhat of a pullback first. And I
Yeah,
want to
looks like
see
it's
this
still
liquidity
coming
tap
down.
at 53.35 on ES as well.
There's a lot of buying that happened on the way up here, so like a lot of buying. So I expect for buyers to try to defend at some point here. There's a lot of buying going on here too, but the sellers are still overpowering the buyers. But there's a ton of buying going on. Oh no, the 15 minutes should be you, huh? Let's say we're getting a little bit of support here at 51.21. So there's a ton of buying going on as we came down here, or as we consolidated. Buyers are kind of trying to load up into a position. So we're also kind of back in a smaller 15-minute demand zone as well on the ES.
AQ said, y'all ain't learned from Monday and Tuesday? You ain't gonna sell down here, huh? Okay. ES don't give a fuck. ES is dropping.
ES is selling off, but NQ's finding buyers, interestingly enough.
ES said, bro, we'll catch y'all on the next flight. Pew.
But VIX looks like it's ready to pop back up as well.
Like go up?
Mm-hmm. It's
I don't
on,
know,
it's on the
looking
4
at
hour.
it.
I'm looking at the 4 hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, even the 1 hour, we're getting a little bit of an upside candle. It's Apple, bro. Look at Apple's got a nasty 5-minute wick to the upside. Holy. Meanwhile, Nvidia's pumping, which is probably why it's driving NQ back up.
Damn, Nvidia.
Yeah,
Chill.
Nvidia's trying to send.
This shit don't stop, bro. This shit has a
I think ES is gonna bounce here. I'm just look at the CVD as we're selling off. The CVD is increasingly going up, which means a lot of people are buying right now. It's just that sellers are winning, but I think we're gonna bounce. It's just a matter of when.
Yes, we're gonna bounce, and we're gonna bounce probably, if I had to guess, at 950. Just guess.
Yeah, 950 we got news, so
we got news. Same shit. It's been the same movie.
We got news. But yeah,
all fucking week we sitting the same fucking shit. I'm just waiting. Give me 10 o'clock. Bring me Thanos. Bring me Thanos at 10. That's all I want to see. I want to see you try that shit one more time that you've been showing me all fucking week. That's what I want to see. Try me one more fucking time. That's all I want. This week it'll probably just continue to dump because I'm like sitting here waiting on it. I'm like, oh yeah, this looks identical to yesterday. Identical. We continued selling off yesterday. Remember on the 5-minute, and we just couldn't break the low. Because remember we took the early shorts yesterday. We couldn't break the low. You guys got out right here, and my dumb ass only took 50%. And Jonah was like, "Oh, you gonna hold for the news?" I was like, I hate all of you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the market is coming down, and VIX is coming up. So, I mean, they are in agreement. But just looking at the tape, man, there's so much buying going on, which makes sense because there's a ton of buyers that brought us up here.
IBOM 7 is looking for a move between 945 and 1009. VIX and
Yeah,
DSI
because
working
they're about
in
to buy
opposite
this market
directions.
right back up. No, I think they're loading into a buy position. This whole way they've been buying down. Well, not the whole way, but
Yeah, but
after that initial sell-off.
Where do you think they're loading into a buy position to go though? Where do you think it's trying to go? Is the question.
I think we could be coming for the highs of the 28th of May. I think the market.
What's that level on ES?
5338 ish area. I think they're loading up into their buys right now. I'm not looking to buy anything right here. I haven't seen enough. I'm just saying I haven't really figured out where I'm trying to buy because I haven't seen enough to buy. I'm kind of just basing this off of what I'm seeing on the tape right now. What I'm seeing on the tape is a lot of people loading up into buys. Even though the market is coming down, a lot of people are buying on this downtrend, and they're doing it aggressively. They're not buying they're not buying passively, right? So somebody is loading into a position aggressively as we're coming down. And so that just makes me think that the market wants to push back up because they're finding some type of value down here. I could be wrong, but they're just not. They're not. The
market is 100% trying to push back up, but I think it's trying to push back up into the bearish character, right? Like we just changed character at 53.25. Like, but all I'm saying is we've seen this shit don't look familiar to y'all. Like this looks exactly like yesterday to me. Like I don't understand why are we even discussing this? Like, yes, the market's buying down here. They did the exact same shit yesterday. Like we did the exact same thing. Y'all sounding like y'all surprised right now. Like this shit looks the exact same as yesterday. I understand it, but it sounds like a shock. I'm
not saying it's doing anything surprising. All I'm saying is that buyers are buying down here. That's all I was saying. I'm just giving you a play-by-play of what I'm seeing on tape.
Your target was 38, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's possible. I was just curious, like, if you were looking to get long down here, what would you be targeting? I don't think it's a bad area to get long. I think it's a good trade. I was just asking what your target would be if you were looking to get long, because usually when you discuss the buying down there, it's because you're looking to get long or you're already long. So I just asked what your target would be. That's all I was asking. I'm not care about the analysis.
I'm not currently long. I was just saying that there's a lot of buying going on down here. Well, yeah, so that's all I was saying.
I'd love to see a sweep of that side. It would make me very, very happy to see this high swept. And they're removing liquidity. But notice on ESJ, see how they're removing the liquidity above, but they're leaving the resting liquidity at 35?
Yeah. Yep. We'll see. It's about to be news, so let's see what we do here.
What time is the news at 8:45 or 10?
It's right now.
Or is both? I think it's both, right? We got news at 10 too, right?
Yeah, we got news at 10 as well. Yeah.
What up, Ed?
That's also why I'm more inclined to just wait, because we got this news event, and then I think the next news event should be even more volatile than this one.
Boy, shut up.
But I'm continuing to see a lot of buying going on down here, though. A lot of buying. They are. I guess see that's not the. I feel like that is the trap, and that's the part that I'm like, this has happened 3 days in a row, and I'm.
No, it's not a trap. It's just, bro, we're in supply. You should be looking to short the market, right?
Yeah, I'm
it's
not.
that
I'm not
simple.
saying
If
that
the
I'm not
market,
looking to short the market. All I said was that I don't understand why this is. All I said was I see a ton of buying. That's all I said, and y'all are like,
I'm
y'all are
first of
taking
all,
it. So you're
no,
trying to buy
no,
down here.
no,
Like,
no,
what are
no,
you
no, no.
trying to buy?
That's
I'm like,
not.
no.
But that's
All
not
I'm
all you
saying is that
said.
I
You
saw a ton
said
of buying. That's
I
it.
was
That's all I'm
literally
saying.
just discussing. I was literally just discussing the fact that you said you feel like that's the trap, and I disagree with that. That's all I said. I'm not. I don't care what you're saying about a ton of buying because I want the buying to come in because I want to short the market. I'm discussing what you said just now when you said, "Well, I feel like that's the trap." Like, it's not a trap. It's just structure, right? Like the structure is gonna divvy out price. If we break out to the highs, I'm not buying the market, right? Like if the market wants to push above this and continue to rally, I'm not buying the market, right? Like it's just not an area where I want to buy. We're at a supply area, so the market should be looking to distribute. The market's not going to play some weird trick and be like, yeah, now we got them right where we want them. I feel like this is a great time to trap them all. Like, no, the market's going to move like the market. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't think. It just distributes price. That's all I'm saying. That's what I was approaching, not whatever, you saying there's buying. I agree with you. There is buying down here. There's a lot of buying down here, but there should be. There's been buying up here Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesdays. We're seeing the same shit on repeat. That's all I'm saying. So
yeah, and I guess my thing is I think that is where the market is setting the trap, is that the same thing has happened 3 times in a row, and then we start to expect the same thing over and over again, and that's what gets people is like that's why I said I see this happening over and over again, but I'm not anticipating. It's not like I'm anticipating like, okay, the market did this 3 times in a row, so today it has to do the same thing because I've seen it do it 3 times now. Like that's the mindset that I don't want to be in. That's not what I'm saying. But
no, what he's saying is, what Valdez is saying though, he's saying that when the market came up here before, this is a level. We're not playing it based off emotion. We're playing the level. We're not playing it based off what we saw on Monday and Tuesday. We're playing the level. Right now, we're at a level where the market found sellers. So when the market comes back to this level, we're looking to see those same sellers step into the market. That's all. And you're saying, well, I feel like that's the trap. It's like, what trap?
I didn't say that was the trap. You said that the market every single day has been selling off and rallying back up. I said that is the trap. The trap that has been doing the same thing every single day, and people start to expect it to do that every single day because that's what it's been doing. That's been the pattern of what the market's been doing. And today could be something completely different. Because
let me rephrase my statement.
The market just sold off like it has been doing, but we're not getting that same sell-off that we got. I'm seeing buying. All I said was I'm seeing buying down here, and you guys are like, oh, well, how high do you think it can go? And then you freak out when you say it. Not freak out, but it's just like, I said how high, and it's like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's just move on. The market's moving down. We're looking for trades. That, like, it's all good. Let's just move on. I don't really want to talk about this anymore. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just move on. The market's moving down. Let's just play what the market's doing. At the end of the day, that's all we can do anyway, right? I'm not looking to long. I'm not looking to long at all. All I said was that I just see buying here. Like I just saw a lot of buying, but clearly the market's selling down, right? I knew it was supply up here, but all I said was that I saw buying. That was it. That was all. I mean, it's all good. I don't need anybody to be with me. It's not a big deal. I'm just. Now we're continuing to sell off here, so we got another news event in about 10 minutes.
that was the first news candle, but you know we got one more. So if it just continues to dump, then I'm just we got 945, and then we got one more. So if we come back, if I miss this short, I already have a plan where I want to take the market long. So if it doesn't pull back, I already have I have a contingency plan of what I want to do, right? So if it continues to rally up, I'm also not going to trade the longs. I'm just going to sit back and wait, right? Like, so I think the reason why we have the discussion is because we hear you say these things, and then we hear you take this trade long, and then later you say, "Oh, that's unfortunate." So, like, to get upset with us for calling you out to try to have you think about it is fucking weird to me. The reason why I said something about it is because I know I've heard you say that sentence multiple times, and the next thing you do is take the market long. If you're not long, then hell yeah, we can move on. But don't ask the conversation out because you heard something that you didn't like.
All I literally said was I see buying down here, and then it like turned into.
And I never argued that there was buying. I just simply asked you a couple questions.
And then it was, oh, well, what would your target be? And I said what my target would be, and then it's like,
why is that? Why do you say it like facetiously like that when I asked about your target? Why is that a problem? I just asked. I said, what was your target?
It wasn't a problem. It was just that I wasn't looking to long the market. All I said was, damn, there's a lot of buying. I see the CBD coming up. I would have said like, oh, I'm going to try along here or whatever. And, you know, obviously I would have lost, but I didn't try along. I literally was just giving analysis that I'm seeing buying here. And I think it's,
and I never dissed your analysis one time. I just simply asked a couple questions, and you felt like the need to get like, I don't know, all defensive. I simply asked a couple questions. I didn't ask you anything disrespectfully. I simply asked a couple questions, and then it's like, well, I don't want to talk about this. Let's move on. Like, all right, well, fuck it then. Don't say shit to me then. I don't gotta fucking talk to you. Like, I can just
frustrated. Like, I feel like,
why are you getting frustrated? That's my thing. Like, I don't understand.
I'm not touching nothing. All I said was just how I felt, and the fact that I'm not trying to get trapped into potentially what's been happening. I'm just playing what's going on right now. That's all.
What's been happening is you've been taking the same fucking long right here and getting smoked by it every single time at the premium. That's what's been happening. Right, so that's why I said something about it, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up because Justin said shut the fuck up. Like, no, I'm gonna speak my fucking mind. I'm not saying to shut the fuck up.
I'm not taking the long. Right, I'm just chilling. I'm just giving. Now my hands aren't even on the
chill then. Relax. Yeah, I'm relax. Shit. Yeah, I'm still watching 35 on ES. There's 450 sellers sitting up there, so I want to see if we rocket through all of this. So we broke structure to the downside. We're tapping back into previous day high, which I'm cool with all that, and I think those are really good potential opportunities to go long. But I'm more inclined to believe that NQ will sweep its high, and ES will rally back into either 26 through 28. And I would love to see us rally aggressively into 35, and that's where I'm going to be looking to trade. But if we do none of that and the news just drops us, then I'm just going to miss this particular trade. I'm more inclined to believe that we go back up first, though. Yeah, that's 50, and now this 88 to 75 on NQ would be the top of that supply zone. But notice how they're loading up 60 now, right, with more resting liquidity. Yeah, so we got now, this is the double top that potentially could stop price, but because we have the news candle, the manipulation candle could run all of this liquidity, right? So, or it could just start dumping from here. Aggressive sweep. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But again, the market could, yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, right now, I think that would be the new thing that Justin's discussing is like we've all been waiting on that pullback. The pullback doesn't have to come. The market could just dump here, which would be something different that it didn't show us on Monday and Tuesday. But I'm not playing the consistency of Monday and Tuesday. I'm just waiting for 9:50 to 10 o'clock to see what it is we're gonna do. If the market dumps and I miss the trade, I'm not gonna get FOMO and chase it. I'm just gonna wait till the market comes to another extreme, and then I'll look to try to enter and execute properly. Because I know that the power is gonna be to the upside anyway. So if I miss the downside trade, or at least my thesis is telling me that the power is gonna come from the upside. So I'm not gonna be upset if I miss the short, right? I'm just gonna watch the market sell off, go for my walk, and come back in the PM session and see what it offers. If it offers nothing and I'm wrong both ways, then I don't lose anything for being wrong. I'm gonna trust my analysis. Yeah, no, I could potentially find a continuation entry for sure, like just a pullback, because we got a drop ahead of us. Yeah, we got a nice little drop ahead of us, so it's about 18, 20 points from the low. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. When they're buying at the high and the market's not moving higher, when they're buying at the high and the market's not moving higher, they're not buying to move the market higher. They're buying to start selling the market, right? When they're selling at the low and the market's not moving lower, they're not selling to sell the market down lower. They're selling to buy the market back up, right? So that's why I'm like, yeah, there is a lot of buying going down here, but what is it doing though? If the buying is increasing to astronomical levels, which it was on ES, but the market's moving down, that's telling me that the intent is not to buy the market back up. I mean, if the market rallies from here, then I'm just wrong. But that's just my thesis. And I think we should be able to discuss those theses without, being upset about it. That's all. Like I think everybody can have counter thesis without, just shutting down. Like it's fine. Like I don't give a fuck if who's right or wrong. We should be able to discuss it though. It's the fucking trader shop. So I think to shut the fuck up and listen to somebody else shop. Don't do me dirty, bro. Don't do us dirty. Like just come back up, bro. All right, we got news in 1 minute, so let's see what happens. They're clearing the tape except for that liquidity up there. Don't dump. Don't fucking dump. I got the feeling we're just gonna fucking flush. It's gonna make me cry. I think it's gonna make me cry if it does that. Yeah, mine is blue. Blue candle. Oh, son of a bitch. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I was like, watch this shit just go straight down. I fucking knew it. Yep, this is the difference. Now the market is dumping to potentially go up. It swept the lows, exactly. And it did it fast because I think we're trying to go higher here. Let's see what happens. Jesus. They tapped right into settlement. So let's see what happens. ES. Yeah, ES was lower. ES was much lower than NQ was. At 5304. Yeah, that's the good night candle. This motherfucker's like, yeah, we out of here. I think the long was at 5304. I'm just kind of waiting to see what this dust brings. They met both objectives on ES in like a matter of seconds. No clear direction here. I think that liquidity sweep coming up there like that just makes me want to short the market here. But I also see that big ass wick right there, and I'm like, maybe not. that big ass wick just is screaming. When I'm looking at that wick is that wick swept London's low on at least on ES. It's a little different on NQ. This 5-minute candle is looking very bullish. Very bullish. This motherfucker is looking very bullish. The amount of buying that's coming in after that sweep. Just be patient here. I don't necessarily like the shorts right now. I'm more so inclined to believe that the market's already met its objective, and I think we're moving to go higher. Another attempt to buy the market getting rejected up at the high there. Let's see what we do with these lows again.
I'm gonna try a long here. Let's see what we do.
Mm-hmm. All right, coming down to where all of that buying came in at 10. Still kind of flat on this. Not really convinced through either side. Both sides are looking pretty suspect to me. Yeah, they both kind of suspect right now. For the way that I want to trade this, I don't really feel comfortable trading it in this middle right here. I'd rather wait to see what we're gonna do it. Yeah, I just hated that wick. I fucking hated that wick. That wick was fucking nasty, bro. I was like, nope. Good trade though. I think it looks good to the downside now. Looks like we're starting to come down through 53.10. Yeah, that's why I said, like, once it started to come down and I didn't take it, I was like, all right, let me just back off of this thing. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to figure out. I knew I didn't want to get long, but they were just starting to look so good, and I was just like, like it's just too high. It's just too high, and now it's like the market's slowly dragging down again, like it was doing yesterday. So let's see what happens. See if we pull back into 15. I'll take it up there. All right, I'm short. I'm short 53.15. Well, we had that aggressive wick come into the market, and even though it didn't come in at that 4-hour supply, right? Look what we did when we tried to come back up and buy up that wick. Look at here, let me show you my ES Bookmap. Just go over to my chart real quick and I'll show you my ES book. All right, so this was the news candle right here, pushed us into 52.20, right? And then when we came back up, it looked very aggressive, but look at the tiny bubbles, right? Look at the tiny bubbles at 19, at 17, right? And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take it at 15. So I ended up getting in like closer to here at 15.50 and putting my stop above this high. So if the market's gonna trade back up, then it has to take out the high of this wick to take me out. And if it does that, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. So that's where my invalidation point is. So I'm a little late to this party, but my stop is at an invalidation point, and it's something that I can afford. So we'll see what happens. I may be getting in a little late, but I'm confident that if the market sells down, it's going to give me a little bit more to the downside. So my target is the daily fib at 52.87, which is, I believe, in my pre-market. I'm not sure. Let me see what I wrote in the pre. I already missed my entry for the pre-market plan. the market gave us something different this morning. Like I agree with Justin in that sentiment, but it still gave us the same thing, just in a different way. Like it delivered price differently, right? But it gave it to us in a different manner, right? And that's what kind of threw me off, because I should have been in this thing at 26, right? But now we're coming back down to test these lows down here. And this is why I say like my entry is going to suck, because I'm probably going to have to sit through some drawdown. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. Yeah, I just don't want to see them run. Yeah. Let's jump in this chat real quick. Heavy buying on the VIX. Yes. But yeah, below us looks like a lot of less resistance. So the same thing on ES. ES has a lot of liquidity above 22, but not much down to about 5,300. So VIX just popped on the 1 hour, heavy buying on the VIX. Yep. Deep premium, we're probably going to dump. Yep. It's kind of what I was trying to say, but is what it is. Seem real sus. News might dump. Yep. Macro in 5. Yep. Justin, this is a sell model. As much bullish as it looks. This is bull trap 101. Hey, son. Good? All right, cool. Short setup. 785 is where you want to look for buys. Yeah. Classic bull trap. Go buy it and see what happens. Yep. Market ain't going to keep going up. It has to come down. It needs to relax a little bit. Buying you saw is manipulation. Now they're removing liquidity at 22, which doesn't make me feel good, but I'm going to keep holding because I'm going to hold to my stop. How many of us have them? Let's be friends, Bismarck. I didn't even think I was being disrespectful. Like, I wasn't even trying to come for his neck. Like, I literally was just asking questions. So I know the Discord was asking a little bit more questions, but me personally, I wasn't coming for him, dog. You'll know if I'm coming from you. I won't hide it. Hobbs a good friend. Take constructive criticism is good for growth. I love you both. Yeah, we good, man. We just like big brother, little brother syndrome, man. Like, it's all good, brother. Like, it's all good. I just know that Justin takes this trade every single day, and he took the same trade, right? And it's because the market, the book can very much trick you, right? But you have to remember where you are in price, right? In structure. Right? That's it. The book can trick you, but you have to use it. You have to use it properly, or you'll get tricked by the same shit every day. It's 3 days in a row he took that same trade. Accountability is key and necessary. These right here are good friends. I'm trying. Going long, no stop loss. Oh God, bud, stop, bud. Selling to tap 50 of that wick. Here we go again. Order filled, done for the day. Good job, James. Good job. How was your trading, guys and girls? Thanks, Cordy. Man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been? The biggest thing I've learned from you guys is trusting the setups that I have personally backtested. Thank you, Shop Fam. I appreciate you, James. News are bearish, and I am still surprised how price is still holding, expecting lower. Yeah. And this candle setup on the 5 minute doesn't look particularly good, but I think we got more to come, more downside to come. So I'm gonna hold the position. I need that London low. Yeah. ES has already taken the London low. ES has fallen much further than NQ. Just to be clear, ES is damn near at 714 would be the equivalent of where ES is right now, right? On NQ. So to be clear, ES has already done what you guys are waiting for we're waiting for NQ to do. So NQ is not really falling, and I don't think it's gonna fall, to be honest. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm chilling. I mean, my stop is at my invalidation point. If the market, yeah, if the market wants to stop me out, I'm risking. My risk is about 150 bucks. Yeah, my risk is 150 bucks. So if the market wants to take me out, it'll take me out. If it doesn't, I'll get what I want. This is on ES. This is a midnight price too. So if we get back above midnight, it could be very bad for my trade. Um, the VIX is still pushing up to 35, but up to 75, but it got rejected at 89 pretty aggressively. So let's see what happens. Back up to 15, coming up for AM. Aggressive buying coming into the market here. See if we come back into 18 and fall. If we tap into 18 and reject, because I do like the fact that we changed character below 15, which is where my entry is. But if we come back into 18 and reject, I'll look to add to the position. As long as we stay below 53.21, which if you look at my plan is the 50% of the 4-hour range. If we stay below there, I'll look to add to the sell side position. But if the buying starts to come in aggressively and we start pushing through this level, then I'll just take the full loss up there at 20. Yeah, bro, you be taking them trades at the worst times. I'll be trying to give you a hint, but yeah, I know what he's seeing, right? And it is what it is. But that's why I stopped him right away when he started talking like that, because I knew exactly what he was about to do, and he ended up doing it. And I was like, bro, like, I'm just trying to help you out. Like, I'm not trying to diss you. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying think about it before you do it. Like, the market doesn't have feelings. The market doesn't care about, hey, yeah, let's trick them up. Like, no, the market's going to deliver price from high to low, from low to high. That's it. This morning we were at the high point. I don't give a shit what happened on Monday and Tuesday. I'm simply referencing Monday and Tuesday because we've seen it before. But what's happening on Wednesday is that we're still at supply. We're still opening up at supply. If we opened up at demand, I'd be thinking about long in the market. I wouldn't be thinking about short in the market if we opened up at demand. So to me, I'm trying to make trading simple. I'm not trying to overthink it and think that there's some type of, weird thing that's happening. Like, fuck that. Like, we're at areas where sellers were. You look to short the market. If you're wrong, then you go back and just define where you're wrong, right? That's how you learn. That's how you build. But if you keep taking the same trade over and over and over again, you're not learning from it. You're fighting the trend of the market. And you're basing it off something that you're seeing, but what you're seeing, you're reading it incorrectly, is what I was trying to say. You may be reading it correctly at some point, like when the market rallies, sure, yeah, I was right, but I was just early. No, you were wrong because you executed at the wrong time.
I didn't take the trade where I was talking, though. That's the part that I'm so confused with. All I said was that there was buying into your
head, and immediately when you saw the opportunity, you took it at the same area where you saw that buying. Did you not?
I did take
the same area where that buying was.
No, I took the trade after we swept the low and we came back down and retested it.
Yeah, but
yes, I got in a little bit early, but again, this was bullish. This was what just happened was bullish. All I said was that there was buying. That's it. I didn't act on it. I didn't do anything. All I said was there's buying here. And then it was just like, you take that same trade. I didn't even take the trade. I was just narrating price. I was doing the same thing that you do when you see something, you see that it's odd, and I'm just like, oh, dang, it's really odd that there's a lot of buying going on right here on the CBD and we're selling off. That's all I was saying. I didn't take a trade until after that. So again, like I know the trap that I fall into. You're not wrong, but I wasn't saying that information to act on it. I was just saying it because that's what I was seeing. I was narrating price for everybody. That was it. That's all I was doing.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing up here, guys.
I don't know what else to say. I did get back in long at 12 though.
The response that I was getting from you after I said that was not the response that I was even expecting. I was just simply saying, what was your target? And you got offensive. You got offended and started like literally defending yourself. And I'm like, bro, why are you even defending yourself? I'm literally just asking a question based off your thesis because I've heard you discuss these things before in the past, and usually it leads to you taking a long right here. And I'm like, if you're gonna take a long, what's your target? And your target was egregious. It was 38. And I was like, well, why would the market go to 38 from here though? Wouldn't it rather pull back from here, like structurally? Wouldn't that make more sense? And then you started getting super offended. That's where my temperature gets raised at that point.
I started to get upset because I wasn't even looking to take the market long. So when you say a target, I just said where I thought the market was ultimately going to go. But I didn't. But Valdez asked, "Oh, are you going to long it from here?" I said no. I said I'm not looking to long the market right now.
And again, nobody got hostile other than you. I didn't get hostile till you got hostile, right? Like I didn't have a problem with you discussing the market. I think that's the part you're missing. Is nobody had a problem with you discussing the market. You got hostile when we started asking more questions. What's wrong with us asking questions? People ask me questions all the time, right? I don't get hostile when people ask me the questions. My problem isn't coming from the simple conversation that we had. The conversation that we had was fine. It's your reaction to the conversation as if I was literally like trying to pick on you or something. I wasn't picking on you. I was asking you a fucking question. That's it. It's that simple. I was asking you a question. I'm getting out of these longs. The amount of buying that's coming in here is too strong. I'm getting out. I'm cutting it for a small loss. But yeah, I wasn't trying to diss you. But you be coming like sometimes I don't know what the fuck be going on, but sometimes you come in here like, and I'll say something to you and it's cool. Other days I'll say the same shit to you and you just like instantly flip, and I'll be like, okay. And then it's like, well, don't tag team on him and this. I'm not fucking tag teaming on Justin. Like the fuck, like what do I need to tag team Justin for?
It wasn't the tag team part about or anything. It's just like I felt like I was just saying what I was seeing, and all of a sudden it was like, so what are you gonna do? Like, are you trying to long this here? It's
but
like,
I didn't say those things.
I know that's how I'm telling you how it felt.
I said none of that. I literally just
I'm just telling you how it felt, right? It felt like, okay, I'm just letting you guys know what I'm seeing right now, and all of a sudden it's like, well, why? Well, where are you trying to take it long? Where's your target at? I'm like, I'm not trying to take it long here. I don't have a target. I'm just telling you guys what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is buying here, and I'm saying that it's kind of weird to see buying here. That's all I was saying. That's it. That was the only thing. And right now I'm up about. I did take it long. I'm in the long right now. I got back in. Like I'm in the longs currently. I'm about to take some profit because I don't like that rejection right there. Let me go ahead and oh, hold up, wait, never mind. It might be okay. No, I'm in the long currently. Like I like everything that I'm seeing right here. I'm like, I don't know. It's fine. I'm over it. I just wanted to move on because I was getting frustrated and I really didn't want to talk about it anymore. That's all.
Well, I was just getting very difficult to have a show when you don't want to talk about it, but you also shut the fuck up the whole show.
Yeah, because I'm
fine. You know what? Then that's fine. Then I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay,
just shut the fuck up and be silent the whole show.
No, I just wanted to move on, and it was like
you didn't move on. No, you shut about it. It's like that's what I'm saying. You didn't move on. You just stopped talking.
Yes, because I obviously knew this shit was gonna keep coming up. Like okay. I don't know, whatever. All
right, cool.
I'm taking half off here.
Good
I'm gonna hold the rest. I have 2 contracts left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just targeting high a day now. And then I'll see if I can't squeeze it higher. But my entry price was 53.12, so this 5 minutes looking pretty bearish right here. We may be looking to put in that lower high and not continue up. Okay, JH, well, I appreciate it. You can shut the fuck up too. Looks like we're just consolidating up here, so just that break even. I'm going for the highs, but hopefully we can break the highs. I can hold on for longer. Maybe get up to 34. Target that 34 liquidity. Still holding. We're almost up to the NQ is losing its fucking mind right now. NQ is well above its highs. It's almost into the new supply zone, or at least it's the supply zone. I have that 3-hour supply. 28. There's a lot of it looks like there's a lot of resistance sitting at 28. There's a lot of orders sitting there. So let's see what we do there. That's the high of day. See if we break and continue up to 34 or what we do. Yeah, this is looking more like a trend move back to the upside. Getting pretty bullish up here. See if we break through all this. There's a lot of liquidity up here. So bulls are going to have to get real active if we're going to break this. There's 28. Getting really active here. We're pushing. We're up to 29. I just don't want to see this fail. I want to see this continue to push. We're breaking the high of day on ES. I just want to see this continue to push up. If we start to fail here, then I'll get out, but we just stopped out a whole bunch of sellers from the high of day push. So see if we squeeze or if this is kind of that trap because we're back in supply. Yeah, I got long at 52, 12.50. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm targeting 33, or 34 is my target. Well, 33. I'm gonna get all out at 33. We're about 3 points away. Thank you. I'm just in runners now. I'm in 2 runners. I'm starting to see a lack of buying up here. Let's see what we do. My finger is on the trigger to just get out of all my position. I'm starting to kind of see a little bit of a lack of buying, but it looks like we might push through all this. But now it looks like they're trying to stack orders at 31 through about 30, 33, 25. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to stack some more orders. All right, I'm all out here. All right. All out there at 33, 53, 20, like, I don't know, 28-ish. I'm gonna go ahead and take profit. We're in supply, so we could break down. Plus, looks like we're starting to get a little selly. I'll take that. That was like 16 points. off those last 2 micros. So that puts me green on the day, made up for that initial loss. Plus, basically, I got a 2-to-1 off of that trade. Would have been more if I held all 5, but it's all good. I wanted to secure something up there, so. No, I'm not trying to trigger nobody with the 34 target. That was my target. I cut a little bit early. We might get up there, but it's all good. It's whatever. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. The crucial. Like, I mean, guys, like I said, all I was trying to say was that I just saw buying. That was it. That's all I was trying to say. I was just trying to say my analysis. That's all. So don't worry, we coming off a bullish day, off a bullish daily gap. This ain't done till after 10. We'll see. He knows, Trading Yo Girl. He knows. Could rally all day. We could, but I hit my profit target pretty much. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna shut down my funded account. Didn't make the $200 day, but I did recover. So you weren't wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter about being right or wrong. I don't care about that. Like, if I care about being right or wrong, I'm gonna be like that's something I care too much about, is being right or wrong. Like that doesn't matter to me. All that matters is like is just reading the market and having the analysis. The only thing that I was trying to say was that I was seeing buying, and I'm not trying to fall into the trap of, well, the past 3 days all we've done is sell off during the morning, and then we've caught a rally at the end of the day. The market's done that 3 days in a row, and I just wasn't trying to get lulled to sleep by that happening again. And all I was just saying was that I see bullish activity here. I didn't take the initial trade. I did get in too early the first time. I got stopped out. I took my $150 loss, and then I saw another opportunity to get back in. I got back in and I wrote it up, and I got my loss back. Plus, I added another $150 to the account. So that's all I was trying to say. I just got upset because, like, I was just trying to give my analysis. That's all, and I felt like it. Like I said, I got upset about it. That's all. So I needed some time to just cool off and just to reset myself, right? So that's probably what Hobbs is doing. Time to cool off, reset, and then go from there. So it's all good. Like, we're gonna have spouts and stuff, and it's fine. And I know where Hobbs is coming from. It's just sometimes it's just a little frustrating. That's all. I just got frustrated. Like, it's gonna happen. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's not about being right or wrong. Like that shouldn't matter, right? Like that is what it is. The right and wrong doesn't matter. 1050 macro on the way, holding for that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we may continue to go up. We may see 5388 today. That's definitely a possibility. We're not that far away from it. But I just, with all the liquidity stacking and stuff, I already was up 16 points on 2 micros. Like, I'll go ahead and gladly take profit there. So now we'll kind of just see what happens. I'll try to trade one of my other accounts. I kind of wish I would have followed that account, but it's all good. Just slow growth on this account. I'm back up to being where I was before, plus a little bit extra, so that's good, because I have been taking some bad trades lately. But I'm 1 for 2 on the day. Let's see, I got another account that's pretty close to being funded here. Where is it at? Where are you? There you are. All right. Looks like it looks like they might try to squeeze us back up, honestly. NQ lost its mind. NQ rallied like crazy. And The VIX also was selling off during that time too. Once we got that once I peered over at the VIX and I saw that rejection that we got on the VIX, I felt a lot better about the trade when I saw it, because like when I was looking at the VIX was like here. We were rejecting. I was like, okay, we rejected the VIX. The VIX looks like it wants to be in my favor. So I didn't look at the VIX continue to sell down, but that's always a good thing. Nvidia's been coming up. Apple's pretty flat. The rest of the stocks are pretty flat as well. Why is this on the 4 hour? But yeah, looks like we might reject up here. Looks like there's a little bit of a lack of buying. So I think I made the right decision to sell. On the 5 minute, it looks like we may be getting a reversal back to the downside. So we will see what happens. Yeah, looks like we're getting a bit of a reversal. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting a doji on the 5 minute. I'm sure. Yeah, the 15 minute looks like we could be getting that higher wick there as well. So we could be getting a bit of a reversal, but I think it could be a reversal to go higher. We did break the high, but we didn't get any continuation. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be trying to short this though, because we're pretty bullish. I mean, the market sold back down, came back up, so we are pretty bullish right now. I would not long the market up this high. Yeah, I would want us to pull back down. I would want us to get a nice healthy pullback, get a retracement, and then try to long it. Maybe, like, if I was looking to long the market, I would look to long the market in a retracement back into like 53.23 to about 53.19, because that's where we consolidated before this push up. So if we're going to pull back and we're going to continue to be bullish, that consolidation area is where I would be looking for a potential bounce. Or we could just sell through all of this and, we could just kind of stay in this range. Let's see. Let me put this. Yeah, I'd be looking for a pullback into this area here. Yeah, I'd be looking for this pullback. But NQ, like we're also coming down slowly. NQ took off. What type of? That was 120 points back to the upside right there on NQ. Oh, nice to Crucial. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I'm done for the day. Good luck, Justin. I was long with you. Let's go. Yeah, I think I would definitely be waiting for a pullback here. Test some lower prices. Oof. Yeah, we got a little pullback right there. I would want it deeper, though. I still want it to come down deeper if this is going to continue. But you do also have to remember that we are testing supply as well. So this is an area where selling, we can look to be bearish, but we just came up here so aggressively. We stopped out a lot of those shorts, so we'll see. Also kind of the beginning of a low volume node as well. It starts at the edge of a low volume node, which is always a good thing, potentially bounce the market. Let's check on NQ. Yeah, NQ's starting to rally up as well. It's trying to come back up after we kind of have like this nice falling wedge here on NQ. So let me check for 1 minute. Let's watch it in a minute over here. Yeah. It's a nice candle structure too. Yeah, looks like we're just holding. We could be accepting price up here as well. So Mr. Potts thinks that we're still very, very bullish. So we'll see. This is our first longer term consolidation. So we'll see if we get another leg up here or if we pull back, but this is looking really, really bullish up here. Yeah, it looks like we're about to take another leg to the upside. Potentially. Looks like the VIX is trying, or not the VIX, but looks like NQ is also trying to move up as well. The VIX is still selling down. You got Nvidia still trying to rally. Apple's just kind of stuck in this little consolidation. But I think if Apple also starts to get going, it could potentially send this market even further. So it's kind of hard for me to start a new position now. Now that we're here, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to try to get involved. So I might not take another trade today, honestly. I might just be that one trade on the day and be done. Especially if we're gonna just rally all day. I'm not gonna try to catch a pullback or a bottom or anything. It just is what it is. But yeah, it's kind of hard to chase price up here now that we're back in supply. Thanks, Red New Girl. Appreciate it. Now it's just a question of what we do the rest of the day. Do we continue or do we fail up here? But I'm waiting to see if we pull back into this consolidation. I guess I'll mark it on here. I'm waiting to see if we pull back into this. We almost did. But as we consolidate, I'm waiting to see if we can pull back. Yeah, we kind of pulled back into this low volume area already. Let me see. It looks like they're trying to kind of protect. You kind of see these bids coming in here. I guess you guys can't see it, but there's some bids that are coming in below. Nothing too crazy, but now we consolidate. My God. The market is just literally at a standstill. Yeah, I guess the real question is, what are we gonna do up here? Like, there's not much. Just, I got out of my long up at the high at like 30 at the 30s, so I closed that account down, and now we're just consolidating at the high. So I don't know. There's not much to do until the market either accepts this price and goes higher or rejects it. But NQ took off. NQ took off. So that rally from that low was like 140 points, I think, on NQ from the wick low. Yeah, it was almost 140 points from the wick low. Actually, I think NQ is really close to all-time highs now. NQ is only a couple supply zones away. We rallied straight through supply. Yeah, NQ's only a few supply zones away, so we'll see. There's an opportunity for NQ to be above all-time highs today. There's a real opportunity for that, for sure. Not so much. I don't want to put it past ES, but I don't think ES is going to reach all-time highs today. But yeah, we're looking pretty bullish up here. I think we're going to continue. I didn't want to sit through this consolidation though, but I definitely think that 5338 is definitely in the picture. I think my initial target of my last target of 5334 is definitely also in the picture right now. Could potentially hit for sure. We actually came down and retested this level right here and held, which is really bullish. This 524 level. I mean, we tapped this level we tapped this level 3 different times and held it. So we held it here, and then we held it as support right up over here. So that's pretty bullish. The fact that we're holding that and that tap and held as support. So I definitely could see us rallying back to the upside. I just don't want to get long up here. It's a little too extended for my blood. But we'll see what happens. Let's look at NQ. 5. Yeah, NQ would just look like we're having like a falling wedge pattern, or maybe like a bull flag pattern, whatever you want to call it. We're looking very bull flaggish up here on NQ. So we'll see. Also, the volume is decreasing as well, which is interesting. Yeah, I think shorts could work. I definitely don't want to log the market up here, but I think shorts could work. Yeah, I told Trey, the young girl, at least for ES, I want to see us pull back into 53.24 area to go higher, but it does look like we're accepting price up here. And NQ looks like we're bull flagging, so looks like we're in a little bit of a he left the stream. I'm not sure if he left his computer as well. I don't know. We had that little argument and then he left, so I don't know. Okay. They do have a lot of orders sitting at 900. So I think if we break 900, then I think you'll be good. There's about 106 orders sitting at 900 right now. Like I said, I think yeah, we're just in a falling wedge right now on there. I'm looking at this as being very, very bullish for the market. I think NQ's got a very good chance of making its way back up to all-time highs today, especially if Nvidia continues to push, which it looks like it is continuing to push. Not only is that pushing, Microsoft is pushing, Google's selling off, but Google and Apple are selling off. But as long as Microsoft and Nvidia continue to push, I don't see any reason for the market to come down. What up, Void? How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon. We're doing pretty good. I'm 1 for 2 on the day. I took a long down here. I took a long here first. I got stopped out, and then I took another long down here and rode it all the way up. So, yeah, I'm 1 for 2 on the day, 50%. I'm up. I didn't hit my $200 goal for the account, but I'm cool with that. I don't need to make $200 a day. I'm just trying to slowly build the account. So, yeah, I'm back. The good thing is I'm back to where I was on Monday. So I recovered my account balance. Right. Yesterday I made a massive mistake. I was in at the low, and I could have really printed, and I fumbled the bag. So today was a good day where I didn't fumble the bag. This thing might go up to my target though, but it's all good. I sold 4 points early, so. But it's looking like it wants to go up higher. This consolidation was pretty bullish, and NQ's consolidation was very, very bullish. This flag pattern was it was nasty style. Yeah, there was a little argument. It's all good though. We'll move past it. It's not a big deal. For y'all viewing entertainment, I guess. Yeah, here comes ES with another breakout. Looks like we're gonna hit my target of 53. What was it? I think it was 53.33.75 was my target. But if we break the liquidity at 53.35, which is like 500 orders, we're going to 53.38, which was the original target that I called out earlier this morning of where I thought ES could potentially go. So. We'll see what happens, but we never got the pullback that I wanted. Trading Yo Girl, I wanted to see us come down lower. I mean, it wasn't by much, but I honestly wanted to see us come back down to like 22, 20ish area. I didn't want to see us consolidate up here, but it's very, very bullish. Like trying to short the market up here after we failed to sell off once and then put it in a higher high. That's the trap that I normally fall into. That is one of the biggest traps for me in the market. Is this we broke the high and we failed, but the market has already put in a higher high here. So when we come back down, the market's probably going to put in a lower high and then continue up higher, right? No. Hobbs literally said that if we trade back up into this area, he was going to walk away. He was like, I'm not trading up here. I don't blame him because I didn't want to trade up here neither. I wanted the pullback to go low. I wanted to pull back to take the market long. That's what I was waiting on. So, but yeah, so far so good. If you took the pullback, I mean, it was pretty good. We had this consolidation right here that worked out pretty nicely, and then we kind of had the same consolidation on NQ. It was just a bit. We held these lows right here. And we're kind of in this falling wedge pattern, so we broke out, but we'll see. I see shorts got forced to cover. Yep, saw both DXY and big spike up with no movement, and NQ saw we had liquidity sitting at 917 and 968. Oh, that was down here. Okay. What are you using to see your liquidity, iBomb? Are you using Bookmap or are you using something different? I know you were talking about Bookmap yesterday. but yeah, we're still moving up quite nicely. There's well, my profit target's almost hit. I appreciate it, iBomb. Yeah, that first trade, I was just a bit too early. You know, the sad part is that I had a level I was watching for the market to come back to, and I front ran it, and I just was impatient. I got stopped out, but I got back in. But yeah, there goes my profit target hit. I think we're gonna go ahead and break above this 334 level, and I think we're gonna continue going higher. You know, something that I'll work on. Something that I'll work on is holding through some of that. But I mean, I took profit at the high, so I'm not too upset about it. Yep. I think there's a really good chance that we test all-time highs on NQ today. I think there's a very good shot that we do that. Very, very good shot. And that and the only thing this morning that I was trying to say was that I was seeing buying on the tape that was it was unusual amount of buying. Like, we were buying a lot on that sell-off. A lot of times when I see that, that's somebody loading into a position. That's all I was trying to tell y'all. And then when we came back down and we made that, you even called it out. We made that wick, and I instantly got more bullish on that wick. My problem was I was waiting for a pullback, and I got in too early, and I got stopped out the first time. But hindsight being 2020, I actually to test it out, what I did was on the 5 minute, I waited for I'll show you guys what I did, but I front ran it because I don't know why I front ran. I shouldn't have. But what I did was, once this wick closed, I did what Hobbs always tells me to do, or try to do anyway. I actually tried it this time, which was I put the 50% retracement of this wick here. And I should have waited for us to test the 50%, but instead I got long, like I think at 15 or something like that. And I got stopped out. So then I was okay, well, let me just wait for this 50% to get tested, right? I got stopped out, let me wait. And I waited, and then I noticed on the tape that we had those orders that got filled at 53.09 got supported, right? So we were below the 50% of that 5 minute wick. Those orders got supported at 53.09. So I was like, okay, cool. Those orders got supported. We started to kind of buy up, and I think I got long around like 53.12 or something like that is where I got long. And then the market just kind of consolidated for a little bit before finally pushing up. So that's the reason why I got long down there. Not to mention, like Hobbs said, the market pretty much got back into the pre-market lows and broke down and immediately bought back up. A lot of the times, what I'll do as a mistake, and what I tried not to do this time, and I still kind of fell for it, but it just wasn't as bad, is I'll buy this candle right here, expecting for price to come back up because we've already shot back up. So I just didn't let the pullback come back deep enough. I needed to let the pullback come back and retest a little bit deeper. So if I would have waited just a little bit longer, then I wouldn't have got caught on that first long. But it's all good. I mean, I got caught on the first long. I took my loss. I came back in, relonged the market, and that ended up being the long that ended up sending us up. So that was pretty much my thesis on why I took the longs down there. Just based off of where we were in the market and what that news candle brought us. So we did the same thing on NQ. Like, we did the exact same thing on NQ. But NQ's now in supply. So NQ's in another supply. ES is in supply. So we'll see what happens. But I think there's a good possibility that this could be one of those all day. My bad. This could be one of those all day not all day rallies. I don't think we'll rally all day, but we definitely could make an impressive move back to the upside. That's for sure. Where was that news candle? Where was that news candle here? Oh, here. God damn. I see now. I see why you took that short, Valdez. That makes way more sense. Even though we bought that back up, I see why you did that. it looks completely different on ES. Look like completely different, and that's what I was talking about last night with the I mean, you even called it, the SMT divergence. That's exactly what happened. There was a divergence between ES and NQ, and it played out again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We're in another supply zone here on yeah, I'm gonna switch real fast, trading go over to NQ just so I can see what NQ's doing. Oh yeah, 5-0 does have a nice block liquidity, and there's some strong selling going on NQ right now as well. So, and we did the same thing. We did the same thing on ES. We filled that liquidity at 35, and now we're coming down. But they did remove. Well, what was that? Was that the liquidity that was strong the entire time? Was that 35? Yeah, it was 35. Okay, so 35 they filled. So the market's getting pretty interesting. But yeah, I like the potential short here. I like where we're at on NQ. I mean, this is like the make it or break it area for NQ. I mean, we're literally back to these all-time high levels right here. And I think structurally we're closer to ES right now as well. If we look back, yeah. It's just it's really weird, but yeah, structurally where ES and NQ are is much closer now. So shorts definitely could play out up here just based off of like structurally where we're at with both instruments. Even though NQ is much closer to its all-time high. But we'll see. On NQ, I definitely want to see some like trap buyers or something. On ES, I'm really not seeing that just yet for shorts. So we're definitely continuing to push here. See if we continue to push here. Yeah, in the volume print. Oh yeah, in volume print allows me to see high numbers in candle on the 22 minutes, so I recognize when orders have not been taken on large moves down or up. Like a negative 1,000 or 1,000 number at a level within the candle price typically targets the area. Oh, okay. So you're using footprint chart. Where are you using your footprint charts? Are you using them on TradingView, or are you using them on another platform? Because I don't know. I saw TradingView's footprint charts. It's the premium cost, so I think it's either like $60 a month. I think if you're doing the monthly, or it's like I think it comes out to like $50 a month if you do the yearly subscription. I'm just waiting on TradingView to go on sale. I checked, and TradingView definitely isn't on sale right now. I'm waiting for TradingView to go on sale so I can just get the yearly. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like I'm not a big fan of the way that they look right now. I think they'll get better, but right now it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like at every price you don't get to see the volume traded at every price. Like, I don't know. It looks weird to me right now. I think they could make it better. They'll probably work on it more, but They did add they did add that. They also added they also added the CVD as well. Anybody can use a CVD, but they added a built-in CVD meter, which is pretty dope, and it's with candlesticks, which is pretty dope as well. So. But yeah, looks like we're gonna continue to push here. Looks like we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So looks like we're heading to 53.38 as we continue to move up. We're starting to get even more bullish. Yeah, definitely gonna journal this as I could have held those runners for longer, but it's all good. It was in my plan to, if we looked like we were getting weak, to just take it off. So I'm not mad at it, but we are continuing to rally. Never going to catch all the move, but there it goes. 53.38 is about to be smashed. And we could potentially even go higher than that. Both DXY and VIX are bearish on the 1 hour. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're continuing to sell off on the VIX. Jesus Christ. But we're at 4 hour demand on the VIX now, so let's see if we bounce. And this is like the low of VIX. Or like we're hitting to the low, so maybe we might bounce here, and maybe we might get some type of relief back to the downside here. But yeah, we're continuing to rally. Continuing to rally. The VIX is coming down. Looks like Nvidia's kind of flattening out, but it's trying to go bullish. Oh, there's 53.38. We just pushed up to 53.38.50. So that's ultimately where I thought the market could head. Now the question is, can we go higher? Nvidia, oh God, NQ is rocket shipping. NQ, I told y'all NQ might hit all-time highs today. NQ might go to all-time highs. We got plenty of time. This could be an all-time high day on NQ. We are continuing this bullishness. Oh my God. Damn. This is nutty. This is nutty. 53.40 is in our sights for ES as we continue to rally. Good Lord, good Lord. This market is bullish. Trading View, okay. How do you like it on Trading View? Oops. This market is just flying right now. Flying. How many points are we off the all-time high right now? Let's see. Yeah, we're only 50 points away. We're only 57 points away. The chances of us getting the all-time high is pretty likely right now on NQ. I mean, never say never on ES. We definitely could make it up there, but I mean, we got plenty of time. We'll see. But yeah. I was talking to House about it last night. I think November for Black Friday is normally when they have the sale. It's like they have like a 70% off sale. I think you can get it for like $200 or something like that for the year. So it's probably what I'm gonna do, because that'll in the long run end up saving me, roughly maybe about $60 for the year. So because right now I have to step below premium. I think it's like $30 a month. So this market is continuing to push. God. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let me see. I want to see what GC is doing. I was testing something out. Oh my God, GC is pumping too. GC's pumping. I don't think Nvidia Apple's getting a pump. That's what's really driving the market right now. Apple's getting a pump. Google's starting to pump now. Microsoft's been pumping, and now Nvidia. But I told y'all, if Apple starts to get going, this market's about to send, and clearly the market's starting to send. My God, this is nuts. This is nuts. Man, my runner would be printing right now. It's all good though. It is all good. I'm just happy I read it correctly. I'm pretty sure they're mowing my yard again. But damn, yeah, we are printing. ES is about to break its supply zone. Felt I've been pretty cautious. Felt I've been pretty cautious this morning after last night's disaster. It's all good, bud. Oh my God, they're killing me. but now you got the now you got the brackets. So now you're good. Now you can't make that mistake again. It's impossible. Hey, I mean, look, man, the market is moving. The market is moving to the upside right now. I don't blame you. Everything. I mean, VIX is getting a little bit of bounce. He's trying, but Apple is sending right now. Apple is going nuts. Apple is going crazy to the upside right now, which is just sending the market even more. And then you got Microsoft and Google both pushing as well. If NVIDIA starts to get on board with this push, this indicator also gives current money in real time. Looks algo money flow profile is the indicator. Something to play with in your spare time. Huh. Okay. Looks algo money flow profile, huh? Yeah, this market is just going. It's going for it. These bulls don't have no quit in them. No quit. Today's session come with the song Ender, Pump It Up. Yeah. Yeah, these bulls are buying the market. Man, we are okay. Here comes some selling though. Here comes a little bit of selling in the market. I still wouldn't be trying to step in front of this bullishness though. But finally, here comes a little bit of selling. Just dropped like what 5 points, 4 points aggressively right there. So right now, I'm just looking at every candle as a pullback to potentially go longer. I wouldn't be trying again. Like for me, I'm not looking to long this, but like this is pretty nuts. This is pretty nuts. I'm just looking at the 5 minute. Like, I mean, we're just in a straight uptrend right now. We are moving and grooving. Yeah, NQ still looks pretty bullish even after that kind of bearish candle. It's still holding. We might look to consolidate again to go up another leg. I really think NQ might have it in there to get up to all-time highs today. We got plenty of time. I do think we might need one pullback though. Want something deep. Long since 52.20. Let's go, Kyle J. Let's go. Yeah, I got long down at 53.12. I sold it though up at 53.30 though. Is where I eventually got out of my entire position. But yeah, I definitely could have held this even longer. I did not see this type of pump coming though. I thought it was a possibility, but yeah, we took off. We took off. And it looks like we're just continuing. You know, there's no reason to try to short this market. Shorts are getting crushed. What does that mean? What's a diagonal call spread? I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's options though. Well, I know it's options, it's a call, but I know nothing about spreads in the market. Yeah, I know DJ versus Gaming. I should have left I had rudders. I should have left one. But it's all good though. I'm not mad about it. That's just when you go back and you journal and you review your trade and you're like, okay, I got long here, you know. I sold here, but the market went an extra, 20 minutes for my sale. So, let me Let me figure out a way to be able to hold a little bit longer. Maybe I should have secured one contract and I should have left that runner to run, but it's all good. Kyle J, great play on the diagonal call, limited downside risk. Okay, yeah, I don't know what a diagonal call is. I have no clue what that means. I think the only what is it? It's not a spread eagle. What's the bird? Isn't there a bird type of spread? An iron condor. That's the only spread that I know. I don't even know what that is. I've just heard people say iron condor before. I have no clue what that means though. I honestly have no clue. Thanks, boys. Yeah, let's go, Kyle. Good trade. I still have no idea what a diagonal call is. Oh yeah, I've heard of an iron butterfly too. But there is something called an iron condor, right? But yeah, have I heard of an iron butterfly? I don't know. The spread names are so weird. I don't think I've heard of an iron butterfly, but I'm pretty sure. Trista in the Discord is saying it's just called a butterfly. I don't know. I've never dealt into spreads. Like I've never even I've heard of them, but I've never really researched into how to do them or what they are. I know it's a mixture of buying puts and calls, right? For the most part. But other than that, I don't know what it is. And see, an iron butterfly is a pyramid triangle. I don't know what that means. That's just extra lingo coming out that I have no clue. An iron it looks like a okay. It looks like a triangle on the P&L graph. Okay. And I have no idea how to get into any of these, and I don't know how to manage them at all. So, but there was a YouTuber that I used to watch a long time ago, and he used to advocate for spreads. I just never understood it. It was just much more simple to go long if you thought, or buy calls if you thought it was going up, and buy puts if you thought it was coming down. That was much easier to me than trying to figure out, it was buy three calls and then buy two puts. And I remember on Robinhood, it'll literally show you what the spread that you're buying is. So, but like I said, I don't get it. I don't understand. Oh shoot! You know what? I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn off my water. I left my water running. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. You basically sell options and buy options to get your desired risk in P&L and let it run. Okay, I mean that makes sense. So, you're basically aren't you kind of winning, and you're not winning and losing, but I don't know. It's too complicated for me. It's too complicated, but I guess it limits your risk, right? Because you can only lose. You can lose. Isn't it something where you only can lose a certain amount of money, but you can only make a certain amount of money too? There's kind of there's a threshold on both sides where in a regular call or put, it's kind of you have a fixed risk, but your potential to make money is unlimited type of deal. And isn't that kind of what it's like? I think where it limits you on both sides. What up, Mr. Pot Scrapers? Hey, my paper trading account is up 49 trillion. Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. The 5 minute still looks very, very bullish. We're still looking very, very bullish. We did get kind of a reversal candle on NQ, but we're still holding these lows really nicely. But yeah, isn't there a limit to how much you can make? Yeah, you can make one strategy where you have a set max loss, debit. Oh yeah, debit credit spreads, right? Debit, you bought the option instead of max profit. Okay, yeah. So I guess in that way, that's kind of like futures, where like you can only lose a certain amount, and you can, and I guess when you set your TP, you're only making a certain amount. So you kind of, I guess it's kind of dope when you think about it because, well, but okay, there's also decay, right? So can't your if your options start to decay, wouldn't you lose more than your risk amount, right? Wouldn't that happen too? Like as the options start to decline, then your risk amount would change. On track to 1 million in funding, such a journey. Let's go, Mr. Potts. That's awesome. But yeah, I think there's like only a certain amount of or not a certain amount, but when you set your max loss, it could still change based off of the time decay, right? I guess that would change your max profit too. 550K so far. Nice. What are you using, Apex? Or are you trying to use Apex and Top Step? Market looks like it wants another round to the upside. Looks like we're not done trying to push. It's like we are not done trying to push. Oh, okay, dope. What a rally. You trade with Apex. Nice. Yeah, it looks like we're still trying to rally up out of here. They did put some orders below us too at 53.34.75. They put about 500 and 403 orders, so about 700 orders total below. So that's pretty good, especially after we broke the level. Looks like they're trying to hold it, but we'll see. And then on NQ, same deal actually. We broke above 950, then they put orders back below. We held, and now we're trying to come back up. So still looking pretty bullish up here. They did put orders above us on NQ. Looks like we filled them and came back down. So we'll see. Looks like we're consolidating up here again. So maybe try to make another leg. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the market's still looking very, very bullish. Cal J said all the Greeks are important, but are strategy specific. Yeah, the only Greeks I ever really cared about was Theta and Delta. All I cared about was what the decay was and how much I could make. So I never really looked into the rest of the Greeks, because the rest of them are honestly way more confusing than what I needed them to be. I couldn't even name the rest of them if you asked. I just remember Delta and Theta. I don't even remember the other, what is it, like 3 other ones? I don't even remember them. But I guess maybe in credit debit spreads or whatever spreads you're trading, they might actually be important. I never really, I tried to learn about them, but it never sunk in. Whenever we were teaching people like how options work, I literally just stuck to Delta and Theta. That's all I ever cared about. All the rest of them, I knew they did stuff, but like it was not important enough for me to really care about, because I wasn't really looking to try to stay in the option plays for that long anyway. I think I only swung options on a handful of occasions. Because a lot of times at that time in the market, the swing trading options was not working. You could not swing SPY, because literally SPY would open up, or SPY would, like, you'd be in a put, right? And you'd be killing on the put, and then the next day it would open up and it would have gapped up above your price and you would have got killed. I'd be like, damn, man. So yeah, I just I couldn't swing options. I could only day trade them, because I very few times did I hold overnight did it result in something good happening. Like, it was just too much stress for me to hold overnight. I'd be looking at the chart when the charts open back up and be like, man, like what's SPY doing right now, or what's Apple doing right now, or whatever. Like, it was just too much for me. I couldn't do it. Mr. Pascal, I used to murder options, buy the close, sell the open. Yeah, back in 2022, like, that was the move. Like, man, that you couldn't get away with holding options overnight. You just couldn't do it. Yeah, I only do future options for that gap scenario you said. Future options. I don't even know they have future options. Buy the close, sell the open. Yep. Yeah, 2022 used to get murdered for holding options overnight. Like, you just couldn't do it. Like, I saw so many traders trying to hold. Me and Hobbs would watch the market open and just be in astonishment with the fact that, like, the market was literally just down and it opened up. And you're like, what the? Like, are you kidding me? I did not know you could do ES and NQ options. That is pretty dope. Unless you're talking about like SPX. But I mean, you're saying ES and NQ. I'm pretty sure you probably know what you're talking about. I've never heard of it before. That's pretty dope. I know Webull doesn't offer it, and I'm pretty sure unless they changed, and I know neither does TradingView. So I don't who offers futures options. I know there's something called, like, I think pocket options or something like that, but I've never traded those either. Still looking very, very bullish up here. Oh, interactive brokers. Okay, dope. Here's a method to pass evals really quick, I find. So 7 p.m. Asia's open is the very bottom of the daily. You can buy that and hold till 12 a.m. The most effective method. I'll go to NQ real fast. Looks like NQ about to push again. 7 p.m. is Asia's open. So let's see. That's 4, 6. I know. Okay. 7. So you're saying you're saying it's the very bottom of the daily, so you can find it and hold till 12 a.m. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you had a long daily, like, it would work. You would have been in a little bit of drawdown. But I guess if you can find the bottom of anything, like, you're gonna end up printing if it goes in your direction. Options are good for us Aussies. It's 1 a.m. and I am too dead to trade futures. That makes sense. Use half of the max contract. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we printed. I mean, forget holding it to 12 a.m. You could have held that. You could have held the long all night. You would have never been, like, if you'd have been up at 3 o'clock, you really could have just held this long the entire night and it would have printed. I think the long, you would have been, even on ES, you would have been able to hold it. I mean, we literally rallied from the low, came up, came back down, and then continued the rally. So even on ES, you could have held the longs all night. But we're also bullish, right? Like, I mean, the market is bullish. I talked about this today too, where the market has shifted trend back to being bullish, and we're breaking over key structures. And every single time the market is sold off, we bought it right back up. It's just, I mean, we did the same thing again today. Like, we sold off, but we didn't sell off as long as we did the other days, right? So. Oh, you passed 2 evals last night? Nice. That's because the price action is so much smooth, no news. Yeah. I like the volatility of the New York session though. Like, I was telling Pip this morning, because I normally don't go to bed till around like 2 o'clock. And I was telling Pip this morning that like for me personally, I'm very impatient, and I'm also like, I just don't like sitting through trades that are moving super slow. Like, it just makes me feel very uncomfortable when a trade is moving very, very slowly. And so having to be in a trade and sit through it all night, it'd be very hard for me to sleep while in a trade. I mean, I guess if I was at break even, it would be a little bit easier because I know I couldn't lose. But sleeping through a trade is very, very difficult for me. So that would be one issue that I would end up having. But yeah, sitting through slow markets is also difficult. But we did move really nicely overnight last night. Let's see. Even the night before, we moved really nicely to the downside. Monday wasn't so great, or Sunday night wasn't the greatest, or Monday night wasn't the greatest. But the other days, that has been really, really nice. So market is continuing to go. Let's check on NQ. NQ is getting closer and closer to those all-time highs. Apple has left the building. Where is Apple's all-time highs? I think it's almost at 200. Yeah. I think Apple's all-time highs is right. Yeah, Apple has left the building. It is moving up quite nicely. Google's still struggling. Microsoft's struggling a little bit, but Nvidia's getting another rally, so we were just continuing to go. Still got initial jobless claims, unemployment rate, non-farm roll coming this week, so volatility is coming. I agree. We do have a lot of things left news-wise, so we'll see what happens there. This is why it's the best to do them during Asia. Oh, yeah. I don't know. The other thing I think is that I've just gotten burnt so many times in the Asia session. But I think it makes it a little bit harder for me to want to trade Asia just because I've been burnt so much. News was ISM services, PMI, FYI today. Yeah. We know. That news is what I think trapped a lot of traders down here. Was this short that came up and then came right back, or the short that came down came right back up, came down one more time, and we've been rallying ever since. Asia always a guaranteed 40 points. Like tomorrow we get in higher prices. Yeah. Tomorrow we hit 500. Where we at? Oh, you think we're hitting 19,500 tomorrow? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible, I guess. Well, we'll see. Micaiah says possible failure on NQ right now. Definitely could be possible. We're starting to consolidate here, so we've been pretty bullish up until this point. We gotta come back down at some point. We gotta sell back down a little bit. We're not gonna go up forever. So yeah, definitely can see that, Micaiah. We're nearing all-time highs. We're not far off now. We're only 30 points away. So not 30 points away. We're more than 30 points. I think we're like 50. No, how many points away are we? Yeah, we're still 50 points away from all-time highs. So we still got some more movement to go, but yeah, definitely could fail up here. Impossible. I'm looking at 11:37 time window to start push down on the counter trend trade. Yeah, definitely could happen. I mean, isn't it almost 37 now? What time is it? Oh no, it's 40. It's 11:41. Unless you're talking about your time. What time are you talking about? Because you said it's at 11:40, and it's 11:37 is coming on. So unless you're talking about a different time zone. Target is 5,400. End of week is what I'm aiming for. 5,400. Maybe it could happen. I mean, anything's possible. That's a lot of points though. In two more days. But I mean, hey, stranger things have happened. I can see it. We're looking really bullish right now. I mean, we've stopped out a ton of shorts on the day. Definitely could be short squeeze material. I honestly didn't think that. I don't think we're gonna break all-time highs on ES, but I mean, I've been wrong before. Who knows how much higher the market wants to go up. But what's interesting is the VIX is starting to reject this 4-hour demand. So I would just be careful. I'm off the bed. Good luck. All right, Kyle. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I would be careful trying to long the market up here. VIX isn't coming down any lower. We're starting to reject a little bit. The market is still pushing up, so no reason to really try to short just yet. But yeah, we're still looking exceedingly bullish. The opposite in a bear market. I've been testing it on paper account. It's quite effective. The market is rallying off a daily fair value gap. It won't stop. Yeah, we're continuing to push. I mean, NQ is just moving right now. I hope Valdez is still in those longs that he got in. Hey, it's all good though. You took care of that loss plus some. We are just continuing to rally up. Huge buy model, huh? Interesting, Mr. Potts. I thought earlier you said it was a sell model. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, the market's continuing to rally here. And every dip is being supported too on top of that. Yes. Because we were at premium. I mean, and I didn't disagree with that, but you know, you would say that we're at a premium price now, right? Like this is premium, yet the market continues to buy higher, right? On the lower time frame, but in the higher time frame, it's a buy. Yeah, I mean, I guess my thing between like discount and premium and where we're at and where we're going is we were at an area 100% where shorts could come in, and they did 1,000%. But I don't know. I think discount and premium again is something that's subjective to the person. What one trader might think is discount, another trader might think it's premium, right? So it's all subjective in how you see the market at the end of the day. Eastern time? Well, bro, if it's Eastern time, then we're well above. We're 37 was a minute ago. We're still pumping. We're still moving up. Although I do think at some point we got to reverse, right? Like we got to come down a little bit, right? Like we got to take a little bit of a tumble. This can't be all day. That bull flag was nasty style on NQ. I guess we got it on ES too. It just wasn't as pretty. Looking for a setup. Okay, so from 11:37 till when are you looking? What's the end of your window? Tell me the beginning, but what's the end of the window? That is the question. What's at the end of your window? It sounds confusing, but I'll make it simple. Higher time frame can be premium, which makes the day bearish. Lower time frame can be premium, is more like pullbacks to go higher. Higher time frame can be premium, yeah, and lower time frame can be premium. Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, the great thing about the market is we're all going to interpret the market differently, right? Everybody's going to have their own thesis, and everybody's going to play off of whatever they think their thesis is going to happen. Some people are going to be right, and some people are going to be wrong. It's just the way the market is, right? Like, so, you know, your thesis this morning was we were in a sell model, and we sold down. And my thesis was that we were going to sell down to come higher, right? And we were both right to an extent, right? Like, we did sell down, and we also did come back up. So, like, that's the beautiful thing about the market is everybody can be right or everybody can be wrong, or some people can be right and some people are going to be wrong. Like, just how the market is. So that's all. I didn't see the market come. I didn't think the market was going to come back up this high though. I did not see all-time highs in our future today. That's something I did not see, and it might still not be, but I didn't even think we were going to get this close to all-time highs. I definitely did not see this amount of rally coming out of this market today. For example, 15-minute can be red while the 4-hour is green. Yep. But if you trade the 1 minute, you can take a short, but not a long. Yeah, for sure. Of course. I 1000% agree with that. I 1000% agree with that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like within this large ass daily candle that we have, oh my god, this candle is ass 270 points. Jesus Christ. We could definitely see another 0.5% come out of the market today. But as far as like shorting the market within this candle, there's plenty of opportunities to short this. Yes, the candle is up, but you can make money on the way down shorting little scalps. I 1000% agree with you. That's why I said we can both be right? It's just that the one trap, I guess, for me that I've 100% fallen into a lot of times, and you know, it's not a trap that I ended up falling into today, is when I look back at certain days, right, where it's like you take this short and it's a great short and it works out. But then you look at the long, and the long goes way longer. You're like, damn, like if I just would have waited for the long, then I would have, really printed, right? I fall into that trap so much. Like I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me before, where like I don't even catch a little piece of the long, And then the worst part about it, the worst part about what happens to me when that happens is that I'm trying to short here, I'm trying to short here, I'm trying to short here, I'm trying to short here because I missed this, right? That is what ends up messing me up, and what ends up destroying my trading is because I missed the rally on the way up. Now I'm trying to short every single pullback because my thesis on the day was to be short biased. And I have a problem with being incorrect, right? I do. I like when who was it? I think it was let me scroll up and see who it was. It was JH Views when he said you weren't wrong, right? The problem is that I have a problem with being wrong, right? Like there are times when I'm so dead set on my analysis being correct that I have to take the trade to prove to myself that the analysis is correct, right? So if I'm short biased, I missed this short, right? I missed this entire short, and then we come back up into this area. I'm like, okay, it's time to get short. I get short, I get smoked. 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 And every single time, loss, because we're in supply, and my analysis is telling me to go short, right? And I continue to get smoked every single time, going against what the trend is, right? I find myself doing that a lot because I like to reverse the market and be in the and you know, we're in a supply zone, so I should be looking for shorts, and that's 1,000% true. But we've been super bullish, so I was trying to just flip my way of thinking and be like, okay, we've been super bullish, we're in supply, but I think we could end up rallying into this higher area of supply right here. Not to mention the fact that when we were up here the last time, we were able to get up into the supply. Like if you look, let me go to like the 1 hour. The last time we were up here, right? When we rallied, we created this 30-minute, or we created this 2 hour supply zone right here. And we rallied all the way up into this 30-minute supply before eventually falling down. So my thesis was, okay, we could reject here, but we have a good possibility of getting all the way back up here, right? So we've been very bullish. I know that I don't necessarily want to long it all the way up at this high, but I'm starting to see a little bit of interest from the buyers as we're coming down, right? I'm starting to see buyers start to take a little bit of interest. And then once we rallied down, I took a little bit too early of an entry, but then I got back in, and then, you know, that was my thesis for the trade, right? So, what time frame do you take entries on? The 1 minute, but I mean, I'm using Bookmap to take entries, so I mean, I guess you could say it's the 1 second. Like, I'm using Bookmap to take my entries, but I normally stick to the 1 minute, and then I'm trying to do a much better job of sticking to some higher time frames, like the 5 minute, and trying to stay off of the 1 minute as much, because a lot of the times I'll get freaked out off of 1 minute candles in the bubbles. So I try to stick to the 5 minute once I'm in a trade. Yesterday I used the 15 minute, that worked out really nicely. So yeah, I try to stick to the 5 minute. That way I'm not like every single swing in the market doesn't make me make an emotional decision, because it's definitely something also that I need to work on, right? So being wrong is positive insight for a better decision. Yeah, but I don't look at it like that though. Like, I'm a very competitive person, right? And it's not with other people so much, more so than like with myself. And so I think it's one of those things, like if you okay, so like if you watch like psychologists talk about being wrong in the market, the one thing about it is we all have analysis, right? And we all do like all this work to get this analysis. And so I think we get kind of attached, or at least for me, I'll just put myself, I get a little attached to my analysis, and because I put so much effort into reading the market that I want to be right. And I think because of that, losses sometimes for me hit a bit harder than anything else, right? So and you should take them as learning experiences. But I was thinking about like this. When I go to the casino, which I haven't been to the casino in a while, but when I go to the casino, I only come in with a certain amount of money, right? Like I'll tell myself, okay, I'm going to the casino. I know I'm going to gamble, right? Trading is very much like a casino, not so much in the gambling sense, but I'm going to the casino and I'm going to maybe, let's say my limit is like $300, right? I'm only going in there to lose $300. That's it. That's my limit, right? Imagine that being like your daily loss limit, right? In trading, where you say, I have a daily loss limit and it's going to be $300. It's the same thing, right? And then you go into the casino and let's say you play something like the slots, right? Where the odds of slots really aren't in your favor, right? But you know you're gambling and you know that you have a pretty decent shot at not winning, right? At least for me, if I lose that $300, I'm not upset about it because I came there to lose the $300 and I knew that the odds weren't in my favor to come out with money. I had fun doing it. I lost my money, whatever. I walk away. I have no problem with it, right? And I think the reason why is because I've already accepted, not only have I accepted the fact that I'm probably going to lose, but I've also accepted the fact that I don't control the slot machine, right? Like there's nothing that I can do other than pull the handle down and watch the thing tick, and maybe I win, maybe I don't, right? But in trading, it's different because we do analysis and because we feel like the analysis gives us an edge, we feel like we should win because of what we're seeing, right? There's almost that like connection where as soon as you hit the buy or sell button, it's just like pulling the slot machine. It's truly random in the sense that you no longer can control whether buyers are going to buy after you or sellers are going to sell after you. You can't control any of that. Yet, for some reason, at least for me, I have a sense of control because of the fact that I did all this analysis, or I saw buying, or I saw selling, or I saw whatever. And so the losses hit differently because of that. And that's the feeling that I'm trying to get away from. It's the feeling of, okay, maybe you took a bad trade, maybe you didn't. Review it, but after you got in long or short, the rest of the market was out of your hands at that point. The only thing else is, are sellers selling after you or are buyers buying after you? That's it. Because at the end of the day, you can't control anything. You've done your analysis. You put the risk on. You have your risk managed. The same thing as what you would do in a casino when you pull the slot machine and you're only risking $20 or $30 or whatever. It's the exact same thing. It's literally the same, right? The only difference is that you've accepted the randomness of the slot machine and you're not taking fault in the fact that you didn't win, compared to when you're doing analysis and you're holding on to that analysis, there's some fault there because your analysis tells you what should happen, which could very well happen, but there's always that probability that it won't happen too. And I think it's very hard to, at least for me, to accept the probability of it not happening. So it's definitely something that I'm trying to get over, right? And being able to work through those feelings, because that to me is difficult. The psychology aspect is difficult. It's something that I think everybody should try to focus on, because every system can work. It doesn't matter what you trade. You can trade ICT, you can trade supply and demand, support and resistance, indicators. It doesn't matter what you trade. Once you have a trading strategy that you know is profitable, it just comes down to you at the end of the day. So don't look at it that way. That's hard though. If you use the 1 minute, you need to refer to the 15 minute. If you use the 5 minute, you need to refer to the 1 hour. 15 minute, you got to look at the 4 hour. I mean, it all depends on how you're trying to manage your trade though. Like it depends on what you're trying to get out of the trade, right? Like I don't think one time frame isn't better over another time frame. Like if I'm on the 1 minute time frame, if I enter on the 1 minute time frame and I'm using the 15 minute time frame to manage my trade, I could miss information. I've done it before where there's been certain information that I missed that I would have saw on a 5 minute that I didn't see on the 15, right? So, I mean, it just all depends. Everybody's going to be different. I don't think there's not a one size fits all to trading at all. Like going from the 1 minute to manage on the 15 minute doesn't necessarily guarantee any more success than if I went to 1 hour or 5 minute or whatever. It just all depends on on what your style is for management and, on how you want to do it. I don't think there's really a one size fits all there. But yeah, I mean, that could work. Like I use Bookmap also to manage my trade because I'm looking at the liquidity. I'm looking at where price could stop. I'm looking at how buyers and sellers are reacting and, you know, what we have on the tape. So, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it besides just, you know, the 1 in the 15 minute or just the candlestick chart in general. But yeah, that's one thing that I am working on because the market is very casino-esque. So not in the sense of gambling, but in the mentality of gambling. It's more of a skill. To me, it's more closer to like counting cards in not poker, but counting cards in blackjack, or even poker. Poker and counting cards, I think, are the two closest things to the casino that trading would be, right? Where it's gambling, but with a strategy. So it's not really gambling, right? Like when you count cards, you have a strategy that puts an edge on your card counting. When you're playing poker, there's a strategy to reading other people and, you know, trying to figure out people's tells and emotions and things to get an edge on them, right? There's no real edge when you talk about like roulette. There's no edge in roulette. There's no edge in the slots, right? But there's an edge in some games. So on the Bookmap, add the 15-minute overlay to work off the 15-minute fair value gap. I don't even know how to do that. What do you mean 15-minute overlay? Are you talking about candles? I don't even know how to add an overlay. I didn't even know you could do that on Bookmap. Nice 15-minute double top forming. Let's look. Yeah, it looks like we're starting to struggle up here. Let's check 15. Yeah, we're right up at that 1 hour demand zone. Looks like we're supply zone. We are starting to get some struggle at the market. We had to pull back at some point. Plus, not to mention the VIX was holding this. The VIX was holding this level right here, and then so that was pretty bearish. And then you can see Apple starting to sell off pretty aggressively as well now, and so is Google, and Nvidia starting to come down a little bit, and so is Microsoft. So looks like we could be getting a bit of a reversal here. Looks like things are starting to line up to have the market come back down a little bit. I think Pippi got long. I wonder if Pip is still holding his trade. Yeah, I had no clue you could do that. I don't know. I'm also not a big fan of the way that the candles look on Bookmap, though. Well, let me turn on the candles real fast. Let me see, because you can do the candles with the bubbles. I know Patrick Whalen used to use them a lot, but let me see. Candlestick bars. Here it goes. Yeah. It's too hard for me to use the overlay with it. I see it, but I mean I guess that's why I have the chart, so I don't have to use the candlestick overlay, because then I can't see. It's very hard to see the bubbles. So not to mention the fact that I'm always zooming like in and out of Bookmap anyway. So, but I think as long as we're holding above 53.35, even if we break it and reclaim it, I think we're still good on the bullish side. But if we break 53.35, we could look to come down a bit. But yeah, this rally is just crazy. Let's check NQ's Bookmap. Yeah, and NQ still holding orders below as well at 950 is still holding pretty strong. So we came into it barely, and then we rallied. We actually got a nice little like 30-point move off of 950. Yeah, the market is just looking extra bullish still. Apple's coming right back up. The VIX is not moving. Yeah, just be careful trying to short the market up here. You definitely don't want to be a first seller, especially when we've been this bullish. And the first 2 hours of the market has been nuts. probably stay on for another 10 or 15 minutes and then look to get up out of here. Hopefully you guys had a good day of trading. Looks like we created some new demand on the 15-minute. Maybe even on the hour. Well, let's see, 90, nope. 45, nope. 30, nope. And it was like 15. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Oh, you know what? We didn't see. Is Custom Barbecue here today? I don't think I've seen Custom. Custom, are you here? I need to try to reach out to Custom Barbecue. Best to use a single screen, nonetheless. It has been a profitable day. Nice. Good job, iBomb. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, since the morning, I haven't taken any other trades. The market has been nothing but straight up. It does look like we pulled slightly back into structure before rallying up again at 53.30 when we had this consolidation. So we pulled back into it and rallied, but honestly, I wasn't even looking to take a trade. We've been so bullish, so bullish. I mean, gold rallied like crazy. Okay, so the VIX is starting to kind of push up now, so let's see if we get some type of pullback or something. Or are we just going to consolidate up here at the highs again? DJ vs. Gamer says it's been a profitable day, but there's still lessons to be learned. Facts, 1,000%. My lesson on the day was that first loss that I took. I should have waited for the market to come back down a little bit lower. That was one thing that I made a huge mistake on. I should have on this trade back to the downside, or when we came back down, I should have waited for us to come a little bit lower, and I wouldn't have taken that initial loss. But you know, that's something to go back on and review. I think the loss is much more important than the win for sure. Currently in gold longs for another $5. Yeah, gold took off today, but I don't know if we've hit a top. I don't know. It looks like the market could be failing to make a new high here, so I just be careful about longing the market up here. I'd be careful about longs, period. But you know, it could work. It could definitely work. I could be wrong. Nvidia's just been kind of flat up here. If Nvidia starts to rally and we get a nice rally on Apple as well, the market could see another leg up. I'm trying to see, yeah, it's another all-time high. Nvidia's been losing its ever-loving mind. Oh, you're in gold shorts right now. Yeah, the shorts don't look bad. Yeah, it's hard to be a bull up here after we rallied so much, like, man. But the VIX continues to drop though. We're only going down, so LOL, I have stops at break even. I'm not worried. No. There you go. You're protected. Are you trading like a micro or something? I guess wants to take another leg up. Let's check on NQ. This is getting nuts. I really want to see if we can get to all-time highs today. Now, looks like we're putting some orders below us. Let's check on NQ real fast. NQ is still above 50. Still above 50 and holding. And ES is still above 53.35. I think as long as we're above those two levels, I just don't see us coming down. Once we get below those, though, putting in some type of lower high, I think we got a good chance. But until then, we're just consolidating at these highs. Consolidation station. The VIX ain't moving. The stocks, I mean, Nvidia is just kind of flat right now. Becomes a little bit more selling. Let's look at this. Tesla's up $35 on the day. Good lord. 1%, 0.86%. Yeah, the Mag 7 is all green today. Even Tesla's green. Netflix is green. What the hell, SMCI? Jesus Christ. $33 on the day for SMCI? I think that's like the Chinese version of Nvidia. How much is SMCI up on the year? That's a real question. 187% on the year. That's nuts. That's nuts. We go to the daily. This stock isn't even that old. There's one thing. Oh no, I guess it is that old. Never mind. This stock is old. I thought it was newer. Some of them chip maker stocks. This thing lost its ever-loving mind. What's the market cap on this? Oh, it's like $47.12 billion. God. Talk about room to run. My God. 264% on the year, or 264% in a 1 year time span, and 187%. This thing is up 215% in 6 months. That's just nuts. That's insane. SMCI has a problem. They got a problem. I wonder. Actually, matter of fact, when are their earnings? That'd be their earnings are soon. They have earnings in August. Oh no, their earnings are until August. When are Nvidia's earnings? Nvidia's earnings got to be pretty soon, right? No. When the hell is Nvidia earnings? Oh, they're in August too. Who's first? Huh. So this could be an indicator right here. If SMCI's earnings are good, then I expect for their earnings to be good as too. I mean, their revenue estimates 28 billion, and theirs is 5 billion. If they beat, I mean, that's a pretty big discrepancy there. But let's go, Pip. Done for the day. Let's go. Yeah, you held longer than I. Oh, you were buying all the way on the way up, huh? Sheesh. Let's go, Pip. All right, let's go back to here. Back to spot. What are we doing? A 50R trade incoming. Ha, that's crazy. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it here. Y'all stay safe in these markets. This rally was Definitely unexpected how high we were gonna go, but phenomenal rally today. Like we always said, or like we always say, make sure that you tip the barbers on your way out, aka hit the like and subscribe button. It's completely free, costs you nothing. Make sure you watch Hop's top-down analysis video because he's like Jordan. He don't miss in Game 6. He don't miss. There's shots in Game 6 when the pressure's on, when the lights are on. He don't miss. So make sure y'all watch top-down analysis as well as all the other videos that we're putting out on the channel. And then lastly, if you do want to support us, it's no extra cost to you because you guys are already using the prop firms already. But all of our discount codes are listed in the description as well as scrolling across the screen. You got your Apex, Top Step, My Funded Futures, and Take Profit. So all of those are down there, and you can use those to get yourself a little bit of discount and save yourself some money. But I appreciate you guys as always. We will catch you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursdays in the market. Peace. And I gotta hit the end stream button.